Bow! What's up, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning into the Nick and Mal Show. I am Nick Johnson, one half of the Nick and Mal Show, and to the left of me is my brother Malcolm Stowe, the second half of the Nick and Mal Show. Koala. Real quick, I want to say a shout out to Fonz. That episode just dropped. You know what I mean? Going great right now. Great review so far.
Very dope.
Dope. Motivational person, bro. And I was saying, like, that's the dope part about the podcast. We get to sit down with someone like that, and literally he's schooling us, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We learning so much. And when we left, I was truly motivated that day.
Extremely proud of him.
Extremely proud of you,
Extremely
Fonz.
proud of Fonz.
Bro, always been on the up.
Extremely proud.
Word. So, Fonz, we thank you for coming through. Enjoy this. And we look forward to having you on the Nick and Mal Show again when you got some more stories to tell the people and keep them motivated. Now we have two young men in here. Y'all already heard them because they spoke before, but I'm gonna introduce them. Landy and Greg. They both went to Utica College with us.
Yo.
And once again, man, this week, I don't think we really said it before, it's Black History Month. So we want to get Black owned businessmen in here, Black men who are doing something for themselves. And if you guys haven't been able to tell, that's our motto for Black History Month. And just to follow with that, we got these two young men. They own a brand called Anthony Forbes.
Come on. $1 billion industry.
They in a $1 billion industry right now. And I'm not going to lie. Y'all remember the clip. I said, if I was to go to Walmart and I seen y'all products on the shelves, bro, I'm picking it. Y'all, look at it.
Appreciate
Why
you.
you picking it?
Bro, look at this. Look at the packaging. Look at the comb. These are the two coolest combs I've ever seen.
Show them the bit on one, brother.
They came bearing gifts. Look at the oil. And by the way, I was telling them I need a bottle of this oil for my hair. This shit smell better than perfume, bro.
He said specially made too. Put that on there.
We can get you that. Especially made.
You know how they got the big? I want a bottle like this size right here. Straight oil.
He should have said shot nuts for his spray bottle. This guy's nuts.
This shit gonna cost $200.
Right. We can come up with something. We can think of something for you.
Come on, fuck it up.
Yeah.
You know.
But real shit, their product is beautiful. It smells good. They bought some gifts for us, and we really appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
How was y'all weeks?
Mine was good. You know, it was a struggle, but we got through it. You know, my job is real heavy, but my week it ended good. You know, I'm glad it's Friday. You ever notice Friday so close to Monday? That's a bitch, ain't it?
Bro, well, doing this shit, bro, I don't even feel like we have a weekend.
No, not at all.
Like,
Sunday's that day.
Like, Saturday is the only day I take off from work, right? And because I work Sunday, at least you get Sundays off. This shit is not a day off. We be working. So my weekends are really short right now.
But I feel like this is an enjoyment. Like, this is kind of like your playground, right?
It is.
Like I was saying earlier, you could be in here all day and just be like,
yeah. This ain't work. Definitely calf vibes. Yeah, I mean, it's like your craft right here, but it's like you enjoying talking to people. So
it's work, but it's an enjoyable job.
Yeah,
it's a very enjoyable job.
Yeah.
I get to kick it with my best friend, and it's great.
Absolutely dope.
You know what I mean?
Just wait till you can make this your whole day work. Like, come on, bro.
That's what we dream about, bro.
Breakfast Club vibes. You know what I'm saying?
When this shit is paying for itself and we don't gotta go to work tomorrow.
You're now waking up to Nick and Mal. Nick and Mal. Come on, all day. Yo. Now we might have to save those sounds that y'all just did.
Wait, do it again.
You're now waking up to Nick and Mal. Nick and Mal. Come on.
That's it right there. That's what we're on.
Y'all get your little royalties over
there. Did y'all plan that?
Nah. You never heard like DJ Clue? DJ Clue. You never heard like his fadeaway type shit? Yeah.
No, we still in that.
Yeah, we need that.
Landy, I wanted to bring up this story. I don't know if you remember this, right?
Uh-oh.
So, no, it's nothing bad.
Yeah, no.
It's bad for me, low key.
Okay.
But freshman year.
Your freshman year.
My freshman year.
Yeah.
We're at the Bullet.
Okay.
And Nick Johnson is fucked up. Honestly, I've never gotten drunk before I came to college.
That's what the bullet does to you, though, bro. Or what it did to you. It's called the blackout bullet for a reason.
Is that what they called it?
That's what a lot of people called it.
Why is that?
Because you just don't remember shit when you go there.
Probably the only thing I remember from that night, right? So I'm fucked up. I don't know. You've been to the Bullet too, right?
Probably like twice, bro.
I know he's never been to the Bullet.
maybe
Greg was a calf party.
Maybe twice, but you know, it just wasn't my scene. Just wasn't my scene.
You never really partied much or anything like that, did you?
My last year, I didn't go out at all. I didn't go out at all. I was
really didn't.
I was focused,
You was
locked in. I was just focused on what I was gonna be doing after Utica.
All right.
You know.
So the bullet is set up like when you go into the bathroom, the toilet stall is right in the middle, right? If you
remember correctly, yeah,
it's right in the middle. And for a long period of time, there wasn't a door. So I get fucked up. I am so drunk that I'm taking a shit in the bathroom stall. Bro, listen. Everybody that could walk in could see me taking a shit, but I'm so drunk, bro. Like,
who did you go there with?
Probably Keanu. Who did I go there with? Freshman. Who was that?
Somebody set him up for failure.
Wait,
they didn't watch the door.
Recording you. I don't remember.
So when you go in, someone definitely recorded me. I seen the video.
100%. I know for a fact.
They definitely recorded me.
I don't even know if they did, but I just know they did.
Yo, this nigga in here shitting at the bullet. No. The bathroom stall is in the bathroom, but as soon as you walk into the bathroom, like say this is the door, the bathroom stall is right here, and there's no door on the bathroom stall. So everybody's seeing me. But I'm drunk. I'm fucked up. It what it is. I get up. I start vomiting crazy in the sink. You know what I mean? Crazy. Fucked up, bro. And I remember you coming up. Like, people are like, yo, is Nick good? Is Nick good? And no homo, bro. You start rubbing my back. And I remember that shit felt like a warm touch from God, bro.
Because we all been there before, bro. We all been there before. And in a public setting, you definitely need another hand to help you out.
Did someone do that to you before where you know that felt comforting to?
I just remember one time the nicest thing someone ever did to me was just waking up to a cold glass of water. I don't know who put it right there, but like after a night of drinking, like you need that. And that's the first thing you do. Like you're so dehydrated after just drinking the whole night, and then you're sleeping 6-7 hours of not drinking water. Like that's the first thing you need in your body is some cold water. And it was just, that's probably the most kindest gesture anybody did for me.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, I appreciate you. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I probably told that story once every 4 or 5 months. Cause I remember you, like I would, like when you fucked up, you throwing up and shit, you feel bad.
Facts.
And you rubbing me on my back, that shit felt so good.
Got you, bro.
Love and respect for that. And now this is why we all should be kind and spread love and positivity, is because I work in a hospital now. Mm-hmm. And when patients are feeling bad, I've never had cancer before. I've never been bedridden. But I just know, like, let me go rub this dude's head or rub him on the back or, you know what I mean? Make him feel some physical comfort.
Yeah.
And they always love it and appreciate it. Mm-hmm. And I got that from you. You're trying to spread kindness. I learned that. Now I'm spreading kindness. You feel me?
That's dope,
you gotta
man.
reciprocate that.
Bro.
That's dope.
So 1,000% appreciate you for that.
I got you, bro.
And Greg, you said that you ain't do too much partying your senior year. You was locked in. So what's that experience? Because when people go to college, it's more like going out, enjoying your weed.
Yeah, his ID.
For real?
Yeah.
That's how it be.
That's a funny story.
That's how it go.
That's a funny story. The second time I went to Bullet, I almost didn't get in because he lied to me and said he lost my ID. Bro, in reality, our boy Chris told him to keep it, and so I said, "Yo." So he ended up buying me another ID, my license or whatever. Mm-hmm. So Landy already graduated. He graduated the year before or whatever. I was still there. So I went out to the Bullet for like once. It was like in the spring. It was like when everybody was like about to be done, and everybody was like, "Yo, Greg, come to the Bullet." I said, "I bet I'm gonna go there for like an hour, hour and a half." Almost didn't get in, and so it was to the point where my ID got handed down to Zay.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
My ID got handed down to Zay, and so I couldn't get in. But Ryan Alphonse came and got me at the door. He was like, "Yo, this is my man's right here. Let him in." I'm like, "Yo, who the heck got my ID? Like, yo, what's up?" I thought my ID was gone. Like, I never been in there. I haven't been in there since like I don't even know when. And then come to find out, Landy sold my ID to this.
I didn't sell it, bro. I gave it to Zay. Shout out Zay Millie.
But
big shout out to Zay Millie.
Yeah, but I just, bro, like that last year, I was more focused on what I wanted to do afterwards. Mm-hmm. Like my dream, I wanted to be an attorney. Mm-hmm. But so I was studying for the LSAT. I ended up taking the LSAT. I ended up not going to law school. I ended up actually got my real estate license while my last year in Utica, and I just ended up, I was like, yo, I'm just locked in, focused on trying to get up out of here. Because mainly like all my close circle friends, they was gone. Like Jabari, Adonai, Meech, all of them, they was all gone. So it was just literally just me there.
Well, what made you kick into that mode while you were still in college?
Mainly because I just know like my whole thought process was like, whatever I'm doing now, like the party and everything, I already got it out my system. You know, I already had got everything out of my system, so it was just like I need to focus on trying to figure out like what I'm gonna be doing afterwards.
How old are you at this point too?
Me, I'm 29, bro.
No, right now, yeah, you 29, but I'm saying when you was studying, like your last year of school.
Damn.
Nigga, you old as fuck. Son.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like, yeah,
Wait, how old are you, Landy?
I'm 26.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
So yeah, it could be that age thing too.
It was
like,
that age because when I got to Utica, I took a couple of years off. I was at Buff State.
Oh, okay.
So I was partying like crazy at Buff State. You know, I was partying like crazy at Buff State. So I knew the parties. Even though when I got to Utica, when I transferred in, I started partying more like Landy, you know, but I just wasn't going to like the spots he was going to or whatever. So, but I had all the partying out of me, and all my friends was going. So I just wanted to focus and lock in to do what I had to do. I didn't want to be that person where, you know, like 6-7 months later out of college, I don't got a full-time job. You know, I did the internships before that senior year and everything. So I had a full-time job locked in like by December of the last year. Like I knew where I was gonna be moving to, knew where I was gonna be working at in June. You know, and we walked the stage in May. So I was already moving to Philly and working a full-time job in June. And everything. So.
But that's how much ahead you were, and that's why I asked you when did you kick into that mode, because that's not most people's story. Graduating college.
I kicked into that mode like probably like 2012, because like 2017 is when I left. So I kicked into that mode to like 2016. You know, I took the LSAT in 2016. You know, I said, law school is too expensive. That's $1 million education. I'm not.
Did you pass LSAT?
I mean, you don't pass the LSAT. You just score.
You just get a score.
You just get a score.
I got it. 150.
It's like
200.
Nah, it's like 140. Like I don't know what the highest you can get.
I think it's 200.
Yeah, but I think
180.
Is it 180?
I think it's 180.
Yeah, Harvard and Yale dudes, they score between 175 and 180. Yeah. I got a 160.
That's
not bad.
Yeah.
But I see where you wanted to go. You want to go tier 1 schools.
Good,
yeah,
bro.
but the thing is, they base it off like your GPA and like the LSAT. You know, there's dudes out here taking theater classes just to get a 4.0 just to go to law school because they know it's gonna be easy to get a.
Oh, so the LSAT score is just not based off the test.
The LSAT score is the test.
Okay,
that's the LSAT. You take that's the law school entrance exam.
Yeah,
but then you have to also have a good GPA. Like if you go to Harvard and you score a 180, perfect on a 180, and you get like a 3.7, 3.8 GPA, you're going to get in. You most likely going to get in, or you're going to get on the wait list. Me, like, my GPA, I ended at Utica with a 3.1, and I got a 160 on the LSAT. But it was just that I didn't want to go to law school. You know, I didn't want to go to law school, so I was just like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna stick with finance. But 2016 is like when I really just tapped in. I was like, yeah, I got to lock in. Because I knew what I wanted to do.
That's what's up, though. And even when we had our FaceTime call, we was talking about, do we regret going to college or not? But I would say one of the things, instead of staying home with your parents, college does force you to mature quicker. You know what I mean? Personally, for me, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
You develop a different mindset. That's when I personally got into like finances and you know what I mean? Being a businessman, being business minded, which is popular now, by the way.
Right.
EYL is #1 podcast in the world right now.
Crazy.
Yo, number one,
number
yeah,
one.
They just
bro.
announced it the other day, right? They number one on what? Spotify.
I think it was the Apple charts list.
It was the Apple charts. Yeah, they number one for business and everything.
Which is basically the chart.
Crazy.
Apple controls like 75.
Two black men doing it. Crazy.
Yeah, Rye put me onto them around like 2 years ago. Maybe we were driving home from Utica and he played it. I didn't even know who they were.
It's crazy,
bro. Malcolm tried to put me onto them 2-3 years ago, and I was not hating. I'm like I was looking at it from a perspective of, can they be like big? Like, can they make money doing this? I was like, nah, bro. It's not really a big market for that. You feel me? Because I'm accustomed listening to like Charlamagne the God, Joe Rogan's entertaining podcasts. That's what people tap into, and they proved me wrong because there is a market for that.
The industry grew, the market grew. So like they was already ahead of the game. It's like either especially in business, either you're gonna be first, you're gonna be like you're gonna cheat, or you're gonna be a genius.
I wouldn't even say I wouldn't even say they were ahead of the curve. I'm gonna give them the respect for creating the curve, for being a part of creating that where people are hungry for business knowledge. People want to take in an hour-long podcast of motherfuckers just talking about stocks and real estate and shit.
Right.
Like that.
Yeah, that's very true.
So y'all started the business Anthony Forbes together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? And y'all was telling me y'all had this idea. Well, y'all always knew y'all wanted to get into business since y'all was in college.
Yeah.
Because I know y'all had a bunch of friends. What did y'all see in each other that was like, yo, this is why I want to work with Landy, and Landy is like, I want to work with Greg. Because me and Malcolm talk about that all the time, why we make perfect, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Business partners. What was it for y'all?
So, like, if people on campus, if you know Greg is the fly guy. He had the
Yes,
suits
sir.
and all his Instagram pictures. Shouting out Peter. Shouting out Peter.
They blocked me.
Who
Peter? You know
Peter,
Peter? The animal rights.
Oh, okay.
Why was you shouting out Peter?
All right, so
you
not to cut
wildin'.
you up. So
Now you go ahead.
I gotta find the picture and I send it to y'all. So New Year's Eve party in Manhattan. I had like a white tuxedo blazer or whatever,
Fire.
and I had a real fox scarf over my shoulder or whatever. So when I took the picture, I tagged Peter.
Nah.
Oh, you a
Peter
savage,
and
right?
Peter blocked me because you know Peter, man. They CEOs, they be wearing furs and all that type
They
of
do?
stuff. Bruh, what Peter is? That's a front, bruh. They are a front. Yeah, they are a front. Yeah, they be eating steaks.
Please don't
steak
come for
dinners
us,
and all
Peter.
that. You know what I'm
Please
saying?
don't come for us. Right. The Nick and Mal does not agree with these.
You don't know these guys.
Peter
bro.
got a beehive.
What do they say? The views of our guests is not
Facts.
shared by the
Right.
Nick and Mal show.
Yeah.
But not for real though. I'm sure that they're hypocritical people. They probably have financial gain, you know what I mean,
Bruh, they're
somewhere
very,
in
very
there.
hypocritical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Okay.
So I'm just like, so I see different type of people on campus. I'm like, all right, yeah, you about your business, you about your shit. So I tap into Greg and I'm like, yo, we need to make some money. Like, let's come up with a business idea. Because I'm in college right now. I'm like, I don't want to go to school anymore. You know what I mean? So I talked to him. I'm like, yo, G, let's start a business where we get kicks sent to us. We verify them somehow. What is this back in 2012?
Bruh, this is
2012.
This is like 2012, 20. This is when I first got to Utica.
Early 13.
It's early. This is when you was living in South. You was in
We
South.
like 10th grade.
So it's 2013. This is
This is when you
2013.
was in South. Yeah. This is 2013 when I first got there.
All right, so this is 2013 because I had just started camping out for kicks like my senior year of high school, and then I really got into like the resale business. Then I flicked a couple kicks, but I wasn't nothing major. So I'm like, yo, let's figure something out where we can make some bread. So, anyways, like I was saying, we'll resell kicks. We'll verify them. He's like, nah, it won't work, bro. That's StockX.
Talk to
That is StockX.
What is that,
bro?
$1 billion business
Bro,
right now?
Easily.
I thought of StockX in 2013, and
Stock-
he was not with it, bro.
I
Does
wasn't
that shit
with it.
hurt you to this day?
Bro, yes, because go ahead. Because I'm on StockX on a regular.
Yeah, I think about it all the time because So that was 2013 that he brought that. It was like fall, winter 2013. StockX started in 2015. You know what I'm saying? But my thinking back then was like, who gonna trust two black kids verifying their kicks or whatever like that? Because I was very into sneakers. I had like all the Jordans and all that when I got to Utica. I was very into sneakers and whatever. Like I had the rare Kevin Durant's, LeBron, South
I think
Beaches.
That's why I brought it up to you
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
I had like all those rare kicks or whatever. And he was like, yo, bro, we need to get into this. And that was 2013. StockX started 2015. So he had the original idea. I give him credit. He had the original idea. We could be freaking billionaires.
we could be
right?
something. We could be their competitors at least. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? But like, nah, Landy was just to piggyback off of what Landy was saying, he was just that dude. Like he was always coming up to me about business ideas. Like I had of course you have your friends that you know they're gonna be doing something as well, you know. But I was studying economics and finance at Utica. You know, Landy didn't have the same major as I did. True. So him always coming up to me about businesses and things like that and trying to start a business, it was just like, all right, this speaks volumes. Like, homie, he's not in the same major I am. He's not in like the business department at all, you know, but he still wants to make money, you know. So I'm like, all right, let's do it. You know, years down the line, now here we are.
Was there a trust factor in there though? Did you know like you could depend on Landy and?
I mean, I'm the type of person where it's like, yo, I trust you until you give me a reason not to.
Okay.
Right.
So there wasn't a reason for me not to trust Landy. There wasn't a reason for him to not trust me because I never did anything to betray his trust.
Facts.
Or for him,
that was my big bro on campus.
yeah, for him to not rely on me or for me not to rely on him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just that, you know, when we finally started it and everything, I told him like, yo, look, we about to do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do this. I kept him in the loop of everything of what we needed to do, and so now,
So, like I said, you know, we get into Shop Anthony Forbes. Y'all both got biz, and the saying is like, you know, you gotta eat box to grow your biz. So when y'all first start eating pussy, you know what I'm saying? Because that's where it start from, right? You gotta have a bed and show
from liquor.
Oh, you gotta lick her.
Eat cheap. I mean, drink cheap liquor.
Lick her. He said lick her.
Lick her license.
Thank you. He said lick her.
Lick her license. The liquor license. That's where you got it from.
Nah,
listen.
Yo,
my mom gonna watch it.
Now y'all ain't gotta answer it.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I could answer it.
So my mom watches shit. I be reckless as hell.
So basically, it was like I used to have a goatee. Remember when I had a
goatee?
I had a goatee. Right when I first got to Utica, I didn't have a beard.
Like the Hulk Hogan?
I had like the whole beard or whatever, but it was long.
Yeah, I could only grow a goatee.
It was long. I could only grow a goatee, but my beard, when I wanted to grow it, it was just spotty and patchy. It was like the Anthony Hamilton type beard. You know what I'm saying? Like cocaine 80s type vibes.
Tory Lanez on the
face. Yeah. But my friends used to clown me and everything. When my beard started growing, they'd be like, yo, Greg started eating pussy, started eating the box. But in reality, what Landy was saying, yo, I was drinking like E&J in college.
Word. E&J will do it to you, bro.
I was drinking E&J.
That's what I was drinking too.
I was drinking straight cognac and like I was also doing my beard routine, try to grow it like castor oil, coconut oils, and it was just to the simple fact like, yo, bro, that helped my beard grow. But if it wasn't for the bruh, it was like the women in my life helped me grow my beard. Not in a sexual aspect. Bruh, I was asking girls like, what you doing to grow your eyebrows? Because back then, that's when it was hot, when girls were growing their eyebrows.
They had the thick shit.
They had the thick eyebrows, bro. That's how I grew my beard. So they was like, yo, I've been using coconut oil. I've been using castor oil and all that. So I was like, you know what? I'm about to use castor oil on my face.
Jamaican black castor oil.
Yeah, Jamaican black castor oil. I was like, let me start using that. And then I started growing my beard, lining up the way I wanted to line up for it to grow.
So here's my question to you. How the hell you get your shit lined up like that? Because I want my shit lined up like that. My shit sinks. I don't have it right now. It sinks.
What do you mean?
Like, it's kind of like yours, but it sinks a little lower.
Oh, it's your barber. Your barber is messing.
I can see your beard line though. I feel like it doesn't sink as much.
Nah, but when I get it cut, it sinks.
What Greg is saying,
your
that
barber,
your
barber is doing that to you. You need to tell your barber, like, if your barber starts growing it like right here, or whatever, on the right by your mustache, the natural hair will start growing in. Okay. Will start growing, cause I used to have like in Utica, it was never up here. It used to be down here, or whatever. And I was cutting underneath my neck and all that. But now, like when I moved to Philly,
exactly. I thought you was a native,
bro. When I moved to Philly, bro, like the barber, he was just like, yo, I'm a line it up here.
He told you,
and watch how it grows.
He said, you a Philly nigga,
bro. It was
certified.
It was crazy, and like my beard started growing, like that way. And I'm just like, I bet now I got a real full beard because the Spanish dudes, they like to be so clean. They like to be so perfect and clean, bro. And they try to be precise. They'll push your line up back. They'll put your beard down. No,
and they stay on the phone.
No disrespect. Look at Nipsey Hussle beard.
That's a fact.
Nipsey Hussle beard is like down here or whatever. I guarantee you his beard could probably be up here. You know what I'm saying? God rest his soul. His beard could probably be up here. My beard was like that. It was like a thick sideburn most of the time.
Well, what a lot of people don't know about the beard is you got to go through that struggle period. So if you want your shit to look extremely crisp, you're going to have to push it down. You're going to have to be okay with your shit looking a little faint. You know what I mean? The line not being as defined. For the first time, you know what I mean? You line it up and allow it to grow in.
Exactly. Yo, bro, you got to go through them stages. Yes. You got to go through that Anthony Hamilton stage where you got the patches right here.
Yo, You remember when I used to try to grow my beard out and I always cut off the mustache?
Yeah, bro.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, let's talk about your process.
I used to hate when he did, bro.
What the fuck?
I did not like having a mustache.
Yo, you ever,
bro.
look up Dr. Umar Johnson with a beard without the mustache, bro.
Bro, I would just get straight right here, beard, no mustache. He'd be like, yo,
So,
why you do that, bro?
Why
like,
you keep cutting your mustache,
like,
bro?
I don't know, bro. I don't like a mustache.
Clean cut, like bald up here.
Bald mustache. I would
Bald
just have,
mustache, bro.
You know, Carl used to cut hair on campus, so I would just be like, yo, Carl, just shake.
Look up Dr. Umar Johnson,
bro.
bro.
Take off the mustache.
Wait,
I don't know why. Bro, like that's just what that was just what I like.
Nah, that don't look
But
good.
yo,
bro.
I finally I started growing a beard. Like, you know how camp is, camp vibes, bro. You be all scruffy and shit. And just camp is like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I had finally grew a beard like my third camp, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna keep it.
Word.
And I had like the 5 o'clock shadow. I thought I was smooth as shit, bro.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I've had a beard since, and it's only right we're talking about beards for about 20 minutes. You know what I mean? We got the people in there. But I've had a beard since I was 13. I remember the first time I lined up my beard was at 13. And I never cut it until like 8 months ago, right? I've had a beard from the age of 13. Like, line it, I'm probably gassing it. Let's say 15. I was probably in America for about 2 years already. Since I was 15, had a beard lined up and grew it out. I don't like until 8 months ago when the pandemic started. They told us we had to cut it to wear the N95s because I worked in the hospital. Cut my shit bald off.
Damn, bro.
Mustache too?
Everything. I had a bald face, bro.
Damn.
Nigga, I looked like I honestly that was the first time I met myself.
Making
Because
mole
since
rat.
I was 15, I didn't see what my face looked like. So it was a crazy moment.
I haven't
for me.
seen my face in years, bro.
I'm curious, bro.
I haven't seen my
see what I
face.
look like with a
I haven't
bald
seen my
face.
face in years, bro.
You're gonna be surprised. It's like,
I'll never
damn.
cut it. I'll line up the front, but I'll never cut my entire.
And your
beard.
skin's gonna be mad sensitive because I mean nothing ain't touched that for a while. So.
I haven't. Yeah, it's weird. I don't want to see my face.
Nah, y'all should do that.
I don't
though.
want to. I don't want to see
I'm
my
curious, bro.
I feel like that's a challenge, the Anthony Forbes challenge.
Yeah, bro.
Cut off your
Start
beard.
Start from
from the beginning. That's
record
what I
that
did.
process.
Yeah, show them what the product really do. You know what I'm saying? The beard growth
exactly.
oil
We will
stuff.
have. We will have to. I will have to go into another quarantine for another year to do that, bro.
People can't
You're not
see you.
leaving-
They
Nah,
can't
I'm not
see
leaving
you.
the crib. I'm not leaving the crib for that,
Bro, you
Nah.
might surprise yourself. You might be like, yeah, this is me.
Nah, this ain't me. This ain't me.
But let me ask y'all a question though. So, Landy, you came up with the genius idea of creating what eventually became StockX. He told you no. How do y'all find that? I mean, at this point, he owes you one, right? For when you bring up a next idea that you're gung ho on, and he doesn't agree with it, you kind of just have to go with him. You owe him one.
I owe him one, but I don't have to like go with it. But
It's got to be something valid.
It's got to be something valid. But like my thinking now is like, all right, Landy is smart. He know what he's doing. You know, he been in the game for a little bit. But yeah, if he come up with like another crazy idea, you know, I'm like, all right, bet let's see if this is something that can make us some bread.
So, but this is a question I wanted to ask you. How do y'all deal with that? Because y'all a team, right? Y'all are not working by yourself. It's a partnership. For me, example, me and Malcolm, we have a lot of ideas for the podcast. Sometimes he wants something I disagree with. How do you guys go about making decisions knowing that, okay, maybe Guala wants something for the podcast and I'm against it, but who knows? That idea Guala got might what sends us to the moon. You feel me? Which is kind of what happened with the StockX situation. You had an idea.
Right.
Greg wasn't really with it. And
I mean, we literally on the same page right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same.
Like
thing,
we really on the same page right now. But we know what goes into like men's grooming. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. We know what we need for the men's grooming package. We know what we need for like our beard package because the beard package isn't done. Okay. So like we just know. We know what kind of products that we need, and I already told him like what I want to get into after the beard packaging and stuff. So we know what steps we got to do to get there.
And as men, you like he said, you know what you need in the beard products. Like we have the balm, we have the oil. Okay, what else do you use on your beard? You're gonna get into the shower. You need shampoo. You bounce that off him. All right, so like you're going somewhere. What do you need now? I need something to put all my beard products in. Okay, let's get a travel bag.
so you guys have
Exactly.
a thought process out where you could rationalize what.
Yeah, it's really a step-by-step process. Like, you know, like what he was saying, he was just like, you get in the shower, you got to wash it, you're going to have to wash your beard. You know, it's been a while, you got to wash your beard or whatever. You know, you want your beard to sit nice, you want it to, you know, to like sculpt it out. You're going to use beard balm. You about to go out, You gotta use oil. You want to keep it shining the entire day. You know, you want to be able to comb it and pick it out. You're gonna need a pick. You want to comb it out. You're gonna need a comb. You know, so it's really a step-by-step process of, you know, we on the same page with it because it's really a simple business. You know, but it's $1 billion business, $1 billion industry. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot that goes into it. But you know, we really on the same page with everything. I don't think we've ever, when we present ideas to each other, we never said like, yo, nah. Or we was like, yo, we got let's wait on that real quick.
Right.
Okay.
Like,
You know.
I'll just FaceTime him randomly, or he'll FaceTime me randomly, like, yo, let's do this. I'm like, that's a good idea. Lock that in, put that on the calendar for next week or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, so you guys will do, you know, the next thing is the shampoo, conditioner for the beard, the travel kit. Now, we'll say with like a lot of beard companies out there, well, grooming and wellness companies out there, they have these items. What would make you guys stand out different from all the other competitors, you know?
You know, our products are literally made to order. They're not sitting around in a factory. They're not like just sitting around like collecting dust somewhere and waiting to get shipped out or waiting for somebody to order it. Our products are literally made to order. Like, it's on our website.
Handmade.
Like, it's handmade, made to order. Like, we not, you know what I mean? It's a lot of businesses, it's a lot of men's grooming businesses that came out literally weeks before us. Like, you can go on like the Shopify accounts and they'll show you, like, they'll compare your businesses to other businesses as well. And and like you can see like what companies came out and start, and like men's grooming companies. And so you can research it and you can see that like, they're doing private labeling. No disrespect to anybody doing private labeling, but you're not gonna know what you put in your bid.
What's private labeling for people that don't know?
Private labeling is like, all right, so say I want to like, you know, say I want to like sell water or whatever, you know, I want to sell water. I'm gonna come up with like Greg's Water Company. All I gotta do is just, you know, go into like a company that sells water, that private labels it, put my name on that water bottle. You know, you're not gonna know what pH levels is in this water and anything.
Anything.
It could be anything in this water. You're not gonna know it, but you're gonna be selling it. Now, it's a profitable business, but you want to cut your overhead, and we cut our overhead by making our own products. Like, we are the manufacturer. We hand make the product. We know what chemicals are in it. We know what type of essential oils are in it. We know what type of butters, and everything is in our balms and everything. So I think that's what really sets us apart, because it's handmade. Like, we're literally, when you put that order in, we are literally in the kitchen,
Cooking,
the
making
Pyrex,
your order, yeah.
making your order.
So you're not
Baking
only
soda.
paying for the product, bro, you're paying for our time.
Right.
As well. You're paying for this to be done the way that you want it, the way that you expect it. And you know it's handmade with a lot of extra effort. So
Seriously. And literally, like, no, I'm not trying to throw shade to nobody that's private labeling it, but if I'm a customer, right, and if I wanna buy like some beer products or whatever, I know my face is so sensitive. I need to know what's in those beer products or whatever. If you can't tell me, the owner cannot tell me what's in that beer product, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna buy it. And I feel like that really sets us apart from any company, because we hand making it. It's not sitting around, and like, it's all natural.
It's really like that small restaurant that's in the neighborhood that got, you know what I'm saying, it touches back to home.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of like Texas Roadhouse, where it's like, this shit is everywhere. The chefs is whoever. You know what I'm saying? You go into that small restaurant, it's like, yo, I know mama back there taking care of the food.
Cooking it with
Right.
love.
Cooking it with love.
Right. It's
Put
not
her
it's
foot
not
in
a
it.
franchise restaurant. You know what I'm saying? You know what you're gonna get. You know what you're gonna get. It's a rarity.
So on that point, so that's something that y'all value, the fact that you guys are making
100%.
the product specifically. Okay, how do you handle eventually having to scale when it becomes too big for you guys just to be making this shit in your basement or whatever?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
I mean, go ahead.
I feel like if we're gonna do that, then we're gonna have to try to sit down and do the math where we're figuring out, all right, this is how many orders we received this week. This is how many orders we received the week before. We're just gonna have to possibly make them a few days before a next order could come out. Like, we might have to make, all right, let's make 20 bombs this week, 20 oils this week, but we'll put like a 3-day processing on them. These got to go out in the next 3 days or whatnot, or something like that.
Yeah, or it's gonna be a waste. Cause I remember when we first started making these. Like, when we first started making them bombs or whatever, I made at least 80 to 90 bombs, right?
Yeah, bro went in.
I made at least 80 to 90 bombs. They all didn't sell right away, which is cool. You know, we didn't put that in our forecast or whatever. But when I made those bombs and I checked it like 2-3 weeks later, the ones that didn't sell, I could tell like it was like the moisture wasn't the same.
It was gone.
It was the moisture was gone in the bomb. You know, you can still use it, but you're not going to get like the full extent out of the bomb of what you want.
And y'all not going to sell that subpar product.
Right, we're not going to sell you a subpar product. We literally, I remember we had 10 orders, right? The next day I made those orders and I shipped them out right away. You know what I'm saying? We shipped them out right away. We wanted the customer to get like the whole entire all natural product. But as far as scaling, I agree with Landy saying. Like, we're gonna have to make bombs like a little like days earlier, but these gotta get shipped out, or we just it's gonna be a bad bomb, or it's gonna be a bad oil. Oils is different, you know, because you could let oil sit there. But as far as like the beard bombs, it's a different ball game with that.
Do y'all know if y'all could like put this in the fridge and like it would last longer, or
you put that in the fridge? You put that in the fridge, you gonna have to. It's
gonna harden up a little bit.
Up.
But I mean, it'll last longer. But you could take it out eventually, like take it out in the morning or something, or the night before you plan on using it, and then after you use it, put it back in the fridge.
It's a butter.
Yeah,
it's literally the bomb it has a certain butter in it. So if you put that in the fridge, it's gonna hard up. You ever see like you ever see the Shea moisturizers, butters or whatever? No. How hard it is? You never seen it?
Nah.
Their butters is so hard to start rubbing in your hand, you know? But it's like that's not ours. Our ball, like, you could like literally stick your thumb in there.
Nah, that's a fact.
And it's gonna soften up automatically.
What's a recipe for making beard balm?
What's our recipe?
No, not your specific recipe. But how do you make beard balm? Like, what goes
we can
into
tell
this?
We just leave out our essentials.
Yeah, leave out y'all specific stuff. But
I mean, you got the butter, so you can either do a mango butter, or what's the other butter that we use? But we really focus on the mango butter, or you can use shea butter, you know. But you also have to have emulsifying wax, or you have to have beeswax.
Beeswax.
We use beeswax. We don't like emulsifying wax because the emulsifying wax, you need to be like in a higher elevation. So because the moisture in the air with the emulsifying wax is gonna like,
elevation.
You gotta be somewhere. You gotta be somewhere.
Huge factor.
Yeah, you gotta be somewhere in like Colorado to use emulsifying wax, or up in like the Adirondack Mountains, because the emulsifying wax, it won't sit. It won't let the bomb sit how it's supposed to. But we use beeswax because the beeswax is gonna harden the bomb. So once you melt the beeswax or whatever with the balm, and we use, you know, like, of course, like the vitamin E oils and things like that. But as far as like the carrier, like the carrier oils is like our essential oils. But as far as like to get it to harden, it's the beeswax, and it's like our butters. The beeswax is gonna harden that balm, and it's gonna come out the way it came out in the balm. So.
Here's my question to that. How you guys come up with the idea like, yo, we gonna put all this shit together and we gonna have this fire ass product that feels good, nice, buttery, light, and smells good. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I know you said that you was trying to figure out, like, when you first was growing your beard, you asked the woman, like, yo, how you get your eyebrows to be thicker? Right? Obviously you started with those little products, but how you know with all the other ingredients, it's like, yo, this is gonna be the perfect mix.
I feel like growing up in a black household with your mom, and she always has like the perfect oils.
Facts.
And whatnot. You always going into her bathroom like, yo, mom, I need something for my hair. I need something for my hair.
I need some grease.
Yeah, you like the green olive oil spray can. You just like everything. You know what I mean? And the castor oil. So growing up in a black household, bro, you'll be put under so much game when it comes to hair products.
Yeah.
Like, my mom has her whole bathroom is a whole bunch of hair products and whatnot.
And you can use those in your hair. You can use those in your beard. With the balm, it was just. The balm was research. The oil came easy. The balm was a lot of research for us, you know, because like we use like the Scotch Porters before, the Shea moisturizers. Like, there's another product in Philly called Uncle Jimmy's or whatever.
Damn, free promo.
Yeah, one of my whatever.
Shout
they gotta pay for that.
Yeah, they're gonna have to pay for that. Uncle Jimmy's.
We need a check.
We need a check for that. But yeah, because they are competitors now, so we ain't gonna miss. But
we'll get there.
Talk y'all talk.
But so it was a lot of research. I tried to figure out what I like to put in my beard first. I wanted to put myself in the customer's shoes and what I put in my beard. And then honestly, bro, I got on like the Google research of how to like, what was the hardest part was figuring out like how was the beard getting hardened.
Right.
and like how the beard was like not the beard, how was the balm getting hardened, and how like the balm was gonna sit in a container like that, and it was the wax. I had to figure out the wax, so we sent out samples before we even launched.
Little friends and family samples.
Friends and family samples back in what we launched in October.
We launched in October.
We sent the samples in like July.
Oh damn.
Yeah, so we was bro, we was
y'all was cooking up way back then.
We was cooking up in the summertime. We didn't launch until the fall, and when we got like the reviews back, our boy Xavier, whatever, this man, he said like, yo, my beard grew within a week.
Damn.
He was using the balms. He was using a lot of stuff for it, and he was like, yo, the balm is where it's at. But it took a lot of research to figure out like what kind of like what we're gonna use for like the balm and everything. Trust me, it was a lot of failure in that kitchen.
Yeah,
There's
we
a lot
had
of
to
failure in
figure
that
out
kitchen.
like what kind of smell we wanted to go to with the oil for real, because you want that manly, muscular smell kind of, but then you also want that elegant fragrance for like the ladies are like, okay, what's he got on? Let me, you know what I mean? So like, so what we kind of went with, would you say it's more of like a Tuscany, vanilla?
We ain't gonna say that.
Oh, all right.
Too much. But it's like a vanilla almond smell.
Yeah, bro.
It's like a vanilla almond. It's a warm smell. Like you gonna smell it.
Attractive.
When you gonna come in the room.
Yeah.
When you come in the room, you gonna smell it for real. I'm telling you, wear it around your shorty.
I would hate to walk. No homo. I'm about to say it's a whole shit, but I would hate to walk past a man with this on. Cause I'm be like, damn, bro, you smell good as hell.
That's a fact,
you
though.
feel me? Like, yo, bro,
you gonna be like, yo, what you got on, bro? You could almost use the oil as a cologne, bro.
It smells like a really, really good cologne.
Yeah, man.
You feel me?
I like that.
Oh, talk nice.
That was
I
our
did.
What was that? Wait, what just happened?
Anthony Forbes cologne coming soon.
Yes, sir.
Stop playing.
But that's a great point you bring up though. What's the vision for Anthony Forbes? Just like a grooming men.
It's grooming and wellness. Yeah. So it's not gonna just end with just beard.
Right.
Colognes.
when Landy, I told Landy, I said, yo, you could cut your beard when we come out with like face, cause I'm big on like my face and like how I'm cleaning my face and everything.
Right.
So I said, yo, Landy, you can cut your beard when we come out with the facial products and all that stuff. But it's grooming and wellness, man. It's not gonna just be beard products.
Give us a skincare routine for men, because I know a lot of men. We were talking about this on the FaceTime call. Niggas is using Dove soap on their face, or just whatever soap they body wash on their face. I'm guilty. Guilty as charged.
So what do you use, or what were you using?
Whatever's in the bathroom.
Whatever's in the bathroom. I was the same way. I was the same way.
Yeah, like bar soap, body wash, listen, because I got oily skin.
So do I.
So I just gotta something to get the oil off.
I don't even. It may look like I'll put Vaseline on my nah, it's the oil is coming out of my face, bro. Like it's crazy.
I literally probably like 2 weeks ago, I bought a face wash and I didn't even bring it to the bathroom for a whole nother week. That's how stuck in my way I was. I'm like, all right, fuck it. I was breaking out in a couple of places, so I'm like, I gotta buckle down. Yeah. And I'm getting the beard back, so the oils and stuff going in your face. I really got to be on it. Yeah. But what's a good like face skincare routine for men?
My skincare. I'm real technical with mine because I gotta thank my ex for this because I used to watch her.
Yeah, exes always put you on.
I used to,
your girl always put you on.
Yo,
it seems like the woman really bless us.
Every relationship has a reason.
My ex really, she really put me on to like her facial routine. So like right now I'm using Cuse. I know who Cuse is.
Cuse is great.
Cuse is another company that does like everything. As far as like facial,
how do you spell that?
Like products,
I think it's Kiehls.
I use Cuse, but I used to watch my ex use this something called a derma roller. A derma roller is like this small. It's like the size of a pen, and it's got this little roller on there with like microscopic needles on there. And so what you're doing is when you wet your face, you pour a little alcohol on the derma roller and you just roll it around your face. And you can also use this for your beard to help your beard grow. And so I was using this like twice a week to open up the pores so my pores could start breathing. But I use Cuse. I don't use regular soap, And when I'm in the shower, I use Cuse. I do like a face mask like once every 2 weeks with Cuse and everything, just because like my face is so greasy and so oily. So I'm using a face mask to like really try to like dry out my skin. But one thing that it's all about your sleeping patterns as well. There's a lot of moisture in our pillows. Our pillow.
You talk about the pillows. Hold on.
Our
Pillows,
pillowcases.
do-rags.
There's a lot of moisture.
What?
There's a lot of
wash
moisture
those
in
once
our
a week.
do-rags. There's a lot of moisture in our pillowcases. If you're just sleeping like this, like you're like on a greasy pillow, it's a wrap for you,
So
bro.
how often do you change your pillowcases?
I change my pillowcases like every week.
Once a week, change your pillowcase.
I change pillowcases every week. I wash my sheets all the time. I mean, I'm a germaphobe already, so
Respectfully.
it's like I'm already just changing stuff out. But I actually learned that during the quarantine. Like, it's so much moisture and dirt on our pillowcases, and it's not something like, yo, we just coming in right into the crib and we automatically just getting into bed and like, nah, this is like the oils coming from my face, and because I got so much products in my beard, my pillowcases automatically like my pillowcases smell like my beard balm, bro.
So when you
It's
go
crazy.
to when you go to bed at night, you wash your beard, don't put any products in it, because I'm guessing you don't want to.
Nah, don't put any products in your beard at night.
Okay.
I wouldn't, at least. I mean, you do?
I'm different.
I don't.
Beard oil at
I'm-
night.
I don't use the beard oil for going out, and I use the balm sometimes. I don't use the balm every day though, because like my beard is so thick, it's keeping those natural oils and stuff in there. But as far if you wash your beard, you're gonna dry out your beard, bro. You're gonna dry out your beard, and then you're not gonna be able to pick it out. Like,
Because that's
it's-
what the balm is for.
it's
It's
gonna
gonna,
hurt.
hold that moisture and that oil in there. So you
That's
don't
a
need
fact.
you don't need to use it every single day.
Yeah,
but,
you really don't.
but
You really
I'm
don't.
different. When I apply the beard products, bro, I always do the balm, then the oil.
Yeah. Same,
It's just your preference.
it
The
really
balm,
is.
I think that's how you're supposed to do it, right?
That's how you
Balm,
supposed
then
to.
oil.
That's how
That's how you supposed to. We're gonna come out with a video because yo, there's so many people asking.
Nah.
Right.
It's so many people asking like,
Nah,
yo,
it
what
is,
do I
bro.
use? What do I use first, the oil or the balm? And I'm just like, you serious? Like, you really asking this question,
Bro, we have had beards for a long time, so naturally, we went to YouTube University for beards.
Right?
Think about when you first started your beard. When I first started, nigga, I didn't even know you had to put stuff in your beard.
Me neither.
Yeah, me
Nigga, I thought
I didn't
you
know there
grow
was.
it and you look like Rick Ross.
Right.
That's how I thought it
That's
was.
a fact. I didn't know you had to put the oils in it sometimes before bed or before you get out. I didn't know you were supposed to like do all this stuff to
My
it.
beard
but,
used to be rough and itchy
Bro,
as fuck.
Same.
No, we do get those
Right.
questions a lot though. My bro Evans, shout out to Evans, he copped a couple weeks ago. He's like, "Yo, call me. I need a quick tutorial on how to use this, bro." Like, you'd be surprised how many times people ask us that.
It's so many people ask.
shit
us
is
that.
sick,
But
man.
yeah, balm first, oil after, man.
Landy, what's your
Skincare?
your skincare routine?
So I got put on the CeraVe. So what I learned about, like, I went to a lot of white dermatologists, and like what they offered me just doesn't work with my type of skin. So like the different type of like lotions or whatnot what they would give me, my skin would literally be burning at night. So like what I got put on to, I went to a dope dermatologist, and he told me to use Dove, sensitive skin, like no fragrance, bar soap for your face. And then right after you get after the shower, I got put on the CeraVe. So I would do CeraVe face moisturizer cleanser. And then after doing the cleanser, I'd put on the serum. The serum is huge. So serum, you need the serum
need
in
to
your
check
face
for
care
this.
routine.
Alright, y'all helping a lot of people out.
So soap in the shower. If you only bar soap, do not put body wash on your face.
Don't use the same
Do
washcloth neither.
Yeah, don't use the same washcloth.
Do not
And
use
do
it.
not wash your face with your hands. Get like a little scrub or something, or like that able to exfoliate your skin. So yeah, so soap, face wash, serum, then the moisturizer. And I would never do this at night. I would just wash my face with like Dial soap and rip all the oil off my skin.
Dial?
Yeah,
Like
like-
hand soap?
Yeah, bro. Like
Nigga,
that's how I
what?
used to do this, bro. Anything Irish Springs, like, bro, I stopped all that.
And then like when you get out the shower, your face all dry, but
And I
I
would leave my
guarantee you,
face dry.
Your face would be dry and burning.
Yeah, burning.
I'm telling you.
burning.
Why don't-
Fellas, I'm telling you, get a facial routine.
Yo.
Ladies like it.
Yo,
Ladies
why,
like it.
why don't? Because I was just about to say, whenever
water.
I
Water.
have skin or beard questions, I'm not going to YouTube anymore. I'm texting y'all because y'all know more than YouTube.
Yeah.
Why don't y'all start like a
Talk to
free
him, Nick.
consultation when y'all sell beard products? Listen, we about to give y'all a skin routine and beard routine, and then y'all could sell those. Y'all could give people advice. You know what I mean?
That's something we could think about.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
We could think about that. We
But
could think about
your
that.
girl will always put you on to a dope skincare routine. Listen to her. She will have your back because she wants you to look good too.
I'm telling you. Ladies like when they see that when the first time your shorty come over your crib and then she see that you got like a facial routine, it's a wrap.
You killing that night? Free kill off of the face care routine. What's up?
Oh, yo, sea moss is huge for my skin as well. Shout out
to Clean Your System.
Go ahead, another
Shout out
shout
to
out.
Clean Your System. We need some checks.
Hell yeah.
What y'all doing over
I
there?
can
with
tell
Clean
like
System,
my
man?
skin works the best when I'm working out regularly with
Yeah.
no hat on or whatever, because this shit keeps.
And watch what you eat too, man. Like
Yeah, that's huge.
all that candy and them sweets, it's gonna mess you up. It's gonna mess up your
But
skin.
throw some sea moss in your diet, and that shit'll have your skin glowing for real. Like it gets rid of the acne scars. It has your face just like feeling more brighter and more energized, bro. And it's different because my skin is always oily, so I've always dealt with acne. So that shit just like it lowers your confidence level. So once you get that clear skin for like a week, you like, all right, let me go run some errands real quick. I got something to
Come
do.
on.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Y'all are the two perfect people to have this brand. Like y'all are, like fuck y'all product.
Appreciate
The
it.
way y'all
Yeah,
talking
facts.
right now,
Appreciate that.
we've been talking for
Appreciate
40
you,
minutes
bro.
about skincare and beards. Like y'all are passionate about this, bro.
Yeah,
and it's gonna
man.
show. Y'all, I feel like y'all are really gonna separate yourselves from the masses
Good looks.
because of this.
Look good,
Yeah.
feel good, man.
That's a
Like
fact.
it was crazy because if you look on our website, because don't we got up there like the why we made
Yeah.
why we made the
Check
the
out our
brand?
website.
Like if you check out our website, we
What's the website?
We literally say
AnthonyForbes.com.
AnthonyForbes.com. We literally say it. We like, yo, so what made you want to start this? Like, we want to make the fellas feel good about themselves. Because if you look at these other companies out there, like it's on there, right?
Hell yeah, it's on there.
It's on there. We're literally saying like we want to make y'all feel good about yourselves. So you know that's
Guys,
what we're
I
doing.
put on the beard oil and I started feeling better about myself immediately.
Feel me?
I'm about to go put some of this in my dreads when we done with the
Yo,
interview.
we
You know what
we
I'm
need the
saying?
feedback on that when you put that in your dress.
No,
Let me
yeah,
know.
for real, for real.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
man.
swear to God, as soon as we get done with this, I'm gonna order a bottle from y'all. Y'all can give
Appreciate
me
that.
something big though. I pay whatever I
You
gotta
want
pay for
something
it.
big?
But you know what I mean?
Nah, we could do that.
But-
We come up with something.
Yeah, we
we
can
can
figure
figure
it
out
out.
something.
How did y'all come up with the name Anthony Forbes?
So, Greg's middle name is Anthony, and my mother's last name is Forbes, and I've always been meaning to change my last name to Forbes. Like that's my late grandfather Clifton Forbes. That's his name, and he has four girls, and he has no sons. So it's just like I need to carry on that legacy.
Keep
So
that
that's been
bloodline
something
going.
me and my brother's been talking about for a minute. Like let's change our last name to Forbes, because
Yeah.
I'm closer to my mother's side of the family. So I was like, all right, let's do that, because it's not gonna be no Landy. It's gonna be like Josh Forbes.
Sound good, don't it?
That shit
Sound like
come
yeah,
on,
sound like a-
son. Yo, Josh
sound like a-
Forbes.
sound like
Yeah,
a crazy.
he got money. Forbes.
How's your
Yeah.
dad feel about that?
We gonna find out. That's the way I'm moving.
Word.
Yeah, you grown men now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
exactly,
Yeah,
bro.
you feel me?
Yeah.
But now a lot of people ask us like, who is Anthony Forbes? Like, yo, that's us.
But it's such
I
a
like
calm,
that.
like it's
That's
a
us.
calm, like elegant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because if you think about it, if like the goal, like we said, the goal is to be grooming and wellness. You know, if we're grooming and wellness, you need a name that's gonna be like, so this is a name that pops out. If you think about, our competitor has great names as well. You know, like
do.
our competitors have great names. We now have a great name too. So when you think about Anthony Forbes, you're gonna automatically like, this might be a brand that we could rock with.
It's one of the
One-
better names for any brand that I've heard in a long time.
Yeah.
When I hear that name, you know, you think of sharpness. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Of men
Yeah.
wearing a suit. Everything. His haircut is perfect. You know, bro. Even like clothing. Like, yo, this is Shop Anthony Forbes. Well, I call it Shop Anthony Forbes for the people that don't know. I don't really be calling it Anthony Forbes, but like. I feel like it could
It's
be
all
a
good.
perfect
Yeah,
clothing
yeah, it's
line. You know what I'm
cool.
saying? Yo,
It's
what you
cool.
wearing? I'm wearing Anthony Forbes shades. I'm
But
wearing
that's
Anthony
okay.
Forbes.
That's
Like,
a play on it. Like shop
Yeah.
Anthony Forbes. Let me go buy some Anthony Forbes.
cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you guys, let's talk about the pics that you guys got. Nick, you want to send me the other one? Landy got on his screen too. I see the two pics that they got.
All
The
wood.
all wood.
All wood.
I want to talk about that.
Yeah. So, when you want to use a wooden comb instead of plastic, because when you're using plastic, like it'll strip and break away at the hairs in your face, causing potential like breakouts in your beard and whatnot. And also, a wooden comb, it exfoliates your skin, like it massages your skin. It feels good when it
Hell
touches
yeah,
like
bro.
through your beard, through your skin. So that right there is facilitating hair growth. So like you saw people have like patches in their beard, just keep combing it all day long. Like I used to be driving to work and I comb my beard 30 minutes drive to work, back and forth. And like that's just it promotes hair growth when you use a wooden pick or a wooden comb.
It gets those oils in there because like with those you see like those plastic picks, like the silver like picks or whatever. Like the oils they stick to that plastic. Like it doesn't, like if you look at our combs or whatever, the oil is not sticking to it. The oil is going into your beard, is getting into those pores, and it's helping that growth. So we choose wooden over plastic, mainly because a lot of people that look like us have coarse hair. They have a lot thicker hair. Of course, like our demographic, we don't have just a main demographic. We want to sell to everybody, right. But one of our main demographics is black men. So like they have coarse,
oily skin.
Yeah, they actually have oily skin. They have coarse hair, and we want to make sure like the oil that we're using, along with our pick or our comb, that oil is promoting growth for them.
Y'all hear it, people, and Like y'all obviously like with entrepreneurship and what y'all doing too. Like I said, y'all in $1 billion business. There's definitely a lot of competitors out there. You guys see, even you guys talked about it, like seeing on Shopify. What, like, you could speak to a younger you, or even if a younger see the steps you guys are taking and they want to do the same thing, right? What would you guys like tell them, like the mistakes you guys went through, like even tell your younger self to make the whole process a lot easier? Or take you 10 steps ahead.
Of starting the business?
Starting the business and even being in it right now.
Just do your research first and foremost. Be able to research, like even if something as little as packaging. That wasn't something that like came across my mind. Like I was just thinking so much as far as creating the product. Just to be able to see, like, and trying to buy wholesaling, I thought it would be a lot easier just to find items in bulk. It's really not. And like in a lot of companies that do offer bulk services, you have to buy a lot. So like, all right, they want you to drop 1,000 right here. Like, all right, I don't even have that many customers potentially. Like I'm going to have to set this in pre-order now. You know what I mean? So I would just say first and foremost, do your research of everything that you could possibly need for the company, packaging, shipping, how much you need for shipping and handling. Someone to create your website. It's just bounce your ideas off a lot of people, get some feedback, but don't ever let someone's idea scare you. Because they be like, oh yeah, no, I don't like that. StockX 2013. It's all about it.
You got an axe to grind with your ass, bro.
But always just take it into consideration, because it's gonna help you out in the long run.
I would say just do it. Just go for it, man. Don't procrastinate. Just go for it. Anthony Forbes was supposed to get started before 2020. We was BSing about it. I would just say just go for it and just do it. If you got an idea, do not procrastinate on it. If you got a business that you think is gonna make you some money, just do it. If you already got the business like set up and you gotta go cop the inventory. Yeah. Do not wait on it. Do not BS it, because then there's gonna be somebody else out there that's copping that inventory that's gonna get ahead of the game. So just go for it.
One thing, let me just get this out. But like I had wrote this down, like just do it, and like I dead ass praise y'all because, like I said before, of course, you guys are in $1 billion industry business, right? You in a startup, like you said, you're on your Shopify. You can see all your competitors. You know what I'm saying? You can see competitors on any social media platform. And the reason why, like I dead praise you guys for the decisions you guys are making and what you guys are doing is due to the fact that I be watching like CNBC a lot, and white people, like, this is what they do, bro.
Right.
Like, bro, it's a spinoff. All they do, bro, there's like 20 million finance apps right now. You understand what I'm saying? There's 20 million hard seltzer drinks out there. So I was watching CNBC News one day, and a commercial came on where it was 2 white dudes and 1 Asian dude, and their company is Asian flavor hard seltzers. That ass, bro. And you would think,
what is an Asian?
You know what it is to that? You know what that's a testament to? Like, and I say it like this. You can see how many grooming and wellness companies is out there. Like, we're amongst thousands.
Yeah,
we know that. But at the same time, it's like if you go in your grocery store, and you go into the bread aisle, how many brands of bread
bro,
you see?
Talk about it, bro.
You see 100 different. Guess what? It's the same bread. It's the same bread, same price, everything.
And
but
they all millionaires.
The thing is, what's gonna set you apart? What's gonna set you apart from me want to buy this Italian bread, this wheat bread? It's the same bread. What's gonna set you apart? So I think it's like that. Like,
what is gonna set you apart?
Your hunger, your will, like the branding and marketing is the key.
Right.
Branding and marketing is the key, and how much you gonna be pushing that. It's to the point. It's like if you got to become salesman. You got to become salesman. You got to be that annoying cold caller that's that's doing 80, 90 cold calls a day. For real.
On social media every day.
A lot of people don't know this. There's like 10 different companies that make Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
But you only know Coca-Cola.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Bro, it's so many different brands of Coke, bro. Like when you work in the hospitals, they got the little other brands because they're cheap because they have no market share. They all taste the same.
Wait, so you're saying 10 different brands make
orange soda,
Coke, the black shit, the soda
Coca-Cola.
that you drink.
Yeah.
It's like 10 different brands that make that same shit.
So how did Coca-Cola must have just like
Branding and marketing, like
branding and marketing. Look
fire.
at ginger ale. Which ginger ale you gonna drink? You gonna drink Schweppes or you gonna drink it's another one, Canada Dry.
Schweppes.
Schweppes for us.
But what's
Schweppes? Hell yeah.
It's Schweppes for me.
Is that even how you pronounce it?
Schweppes. Yeah. But I remember I went to Miami, right? And I stayed at the hotel. Me, Jabari, my boy Meech. We went to Miami, and ginger ale helps with hangovers. Bro, there's a brand in Miami that gives all to the private hotels down there.
Oh shit.
They don't use Canada Dry. They don't use the other brand neither. But what's gonna set you apart? Because it ain't gonna be there's no difference to me between Canada Dry and Schweppes. It tastes the same. Water is different because water has different pH levels, but it tastes the same. Like grape soda, orange soda. It tastes the same. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all gonna be a difference, So it's all about branding and marketing.
Hell yeah. And me saying that is because y'all dad could have looked at all the competitors and be like, yo, fuck it. What's the point of doing this? We not the first to do it.
Right.
But y'all see that y'all have potential in yourself. And I want more black people. This is the reason why I'm saying it, because watching CNBC News, I'm like, yo, bro, all these businesses on this news channel, bro, it's all spin-off from other businesses, but
Absolutely.
it's only white people eating.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like us black people, we don't do that. So that's why I truly praise y'all. And you know what I'm saying? I'm a loyal customer myself.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm
appreciate
saying?
you, bro.
Of course. So.
Yeah, it's all about that bread aisle example. What's gonna set you apart, because it's all the same. It's all
honestly,
the same.
I
What's
didn't
gonna set
even think
you
of our
apart?
competitors when I started thinking about doing this business. Like you just said, bro, I was just like, let's just do it. Let's get ourselves out there, and we'll figure it out from there. Honestly,
well, your number one thing was the customers, right?
Right.
It was the customer. We knew we was gonna have a customer base. We wasn't like arrogant and cocky with it, but we felt like we was gonna shock a lot of people when we came out with it. Because not a lot of people knew me and Landy was close.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, they didn't know we was we was tight like that.
Because
you know what I'm saying?
In a sense, we're two totally different people.
Totally different.
So how did y'all get tight? Like, what's the story? How did y'all meet?
I don't even remember.
We've never had a class together.
We've never had a class together. What's crazy was I always worked out with Iquan and Utica.
I know what it is.
It might have been the license thing.
You knew Nate before going.
I knew Nate.
Nate was my big homie on campus.
I grew up. I went to Nate. He was at Utica before y'all got there. Nate is from Syracuse as well, because I'm from Syracuse, and me and Nate went to elementary school together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He knew Nate. Nate introduced me to like everybody that he used to hang out with.
We used to go to Nate's room and just play CeeLo like all day long.
Shaking that.
So I think that's how I met
all
him.
day long, bro. I didn't even. Nate
CeeLo,
actually
bro.
taught me how to roll dice, and I ended up taking a lot of people money the same day he taught me how to roll dice.
That's the beginner's luck. Yeah,
Beginner's luck is CeeLo.
always,
I'm not
bro.
playing with no beginners, bro. Go ahead, you got
bro.
this.
But yeah, we just. I think that's how it is. We just became tight like that.
Yeah.
Cool. But you said you was from Syracuse, right?
Yeah.
We had Fonz in here last week. He's from Syracuse too. What was life growing up in Syracuse for you?
I mean, I'm a military brat, so I lived everywhere. I've lived everywhere. I moved around everywhere.
Your father
so
served in the military?
My father served 25 years in the Army.
Congrats.
Shout out, respect to your dad.
If I got it right,
Appreciate you
about
for serving the country.
25 plus years in the Army. So, when we was down south before we got to Syracuse, before we got to upstate New York, and it was just like I hated it when I moved because it was the cold. I wasn't used to like the winter colds and everything. But growing up in Syracuse, it was simple. It wasn't like a total shock when I would go to other cities, because I've lived everywhere and I've been everywhere. I bounced around to city a lot. But growing up in Syracuse, it was cool. Played football, baseball, ran track. So it was regular in Syracuse, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Malcolm was talking about you're a very pro-black person.
Yes.
You was even mentioning that. Did you get that from bouncing around state to state, and the only thing you could count on is being black? So
I got that from I got that from like seeing like things on the news, reading a lot of books. I remember it started when I watched that Malcolm X movie with Denzel. That's where it really started out. You know, the way how he came up and how he was pro-black, and then at the end of it, he was just all like humanity in general. You know, but when at Utica, I was very pro-black. I mean, I'm still
Was he?
Talk about it.
I'm still to the depth pro-black.
That's a fact.
Like I'm still to the depth pro-black. You know, black business, black everything. You know, but it became that way because I would say like, you know, watching that Malcolm X movie for the first time, like now I've seen that movie like at least 20 to 30 times. I've seen that movie, how he came up, how he became Malcolm X, and how like his demise and everything. So, you know, I would just say it's like I got it from him. You know, how I want to be. And
I'm actually in the process of reading his book for the second time.
Yeah, his book is dope, bro.
It's dope. Yeah,
his book is definitely dope. Movie is dope too.
I forgot what I was going to ask you. What did you learn from the Malcolm X story? What about that story could you implement into your life?
You could change that at any moment in your life. You know, what you done yesterday doesn't mean anything than what you're going to be doing tomorrow. You know, I remember like it was a scene where he was just literally on drugs when he got there, when he got into prison and everything. And then it's a scene where it's like they're outside walking outside the prison, and the man was like, "You don't even know who you are. Like, what's your name?" And he said Malcolm Little, and he was like, "Nah, that's your slave name. That's the name the slave owners gave you." And Malcolm and the dude Denzel played him. He was like, "Ah, shit, man, I don't know." And so just things like that is what really stuck out to me, because it was like, you know, we got a lot of history that's lost with us.
A lot of history.
There's a lot of history that's lost with us that we know. But at the same time, it's like we slowly finding it. But I'm still like I research a lot of stuff, especially during the quarantine, bro.
Yeah,
bro. I researched a lot of shit on Black history, and that just made me want to like know more, become more pro-Black, because I'm literally like pro-Black everything. Seriously.
Yeah.
Do you know who Theodore Mason Roosevelt Howard is?
I know. I've heard the name. I don't know.
Theodore Roosevelt Mason Howard.
Yeah.
Right. He was like basically he was a surgeon, right? His mom, she was basically like a maid for this white doctor, and he was a kid coming up, and the doctor realized how smart he was. All right. I'm in the process of reading his book right now. And the doctor paid for him to go to medical school and all that. Mind you, he was born like in the 1920s. No, actually like around 1910, between 1910 and 1920. But they call him the godfather of the civil rights movement, right? But I don't know why. I think maybe it's a white, I'm not going to say white America, but we know that they drown out parts of our history, so we're not empowered, right?
Right.
That's not a hot take, right?
No.
I think they literally drowned out the middle to high class Black people that played a role in the civil rights movement, because we'll give you guys Malcolm X, we'll give you guys Martin Luther King, but they don't want you guys to see the people that was doing that, but they were also millionaires. Yeah. And he was one of those people that helped funded the entire civil rights movement. You know what I mean? He gave a speech. I'm telling you, he was a surgeon. He was a millionaire, and he was giving a speech. That's where Rosa Parks was in the crowd of him giving the speech, and then 2 days later is when she went and sat on the bus. Martin Luther King used to introduce him when he gave speeches and stuff, right? And he influenced Martin Luther King. And what's the dude who got killed? They got a college in Brooklyn named after him. I forgot.
I don't know.
But basically, he was big, and that's one of the things. Last year when me and Malcolm first started the podcast, this was when the George Floyd situation and stuff was going on. We're like, we need to dive into our Black history. Yeah. And I learned about him, and that kind of empowered me. Like, he's someone that I would say I'm trying to mold myself after. And as a Black person, that's the power in knowing Black history, is that when you get to learn about certain people and certain things that happen, you could kind of model yourself after that.
Yeah, when the people that I look at people like that, you know, that was a change, because like the best thing about life is like whatever you're gonna leave behind, that's how people gonna remember you. You know, they're not gonna remember like what you did, you know, if you did this, that, and the third, they're gonna remember what you left behind. So I think that's like people like that, you definitely gotta try to mold like your type of character after them.
That's what's up.
Just like me and Mal was talking about Fred Hampton.
Yeah,
like him only being 21 is
I gotta
so
watch that
powerful
movie,
to his,
man.
bro, you watch that movie?
I gotta watch that movie.
What's the name of the movie?
Judah and the Black Messiah.
Oh,
Judas and
that's
the
what
Black
it's about.
Messiah.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
I didn't watch it yet.
I capped. I told you I was gonna watch it.
You didn't watch it yet? I didn't watch
Watch
it
it.
yet. I didn't watch it yet.
Watch
I gotta
it.
watch
And
it.
Landy,
movie
talk
is
about
fun.
it though, bro.
Bro,
Like,
just seeing how like I didn't even know he was 21 until you told me through Snap, and I was like, wait, he's only 21. I'm watching this movie. I'm like, this is a grown man. Like I thought myself that he was at least 30, 40 doing this, but just knowing that he's 21 trying to empower like the Black movement or just like rights in general is ridiculous to me. Like he was just like so powerful at so young. Like I wonder who was his mentor, who was putting that mindset into him. You know what I mean? Like it was just powerful, and just to see how he was assassinated kind of just didn't sit right with me, bro. Like just how they went in there with like free will and then they left with smiles on their face. Like
Who killed him?
the police, bro.
Yeah, bro.
They walked in there and shot everybody in there and then killed him, point blank.
They killed everybody that was there.
They didn't kill everybody, but they shot up according to the movie. I don't know the original story, but the movie showed a lot of people being. I'm ruining this.
Nah, it's all
Nah,
good,
it's
bro. It's
spoiler
all
alert.
good. It's all good.
We gonna
gonna
have him
we
put
gonna
up a
add more
spoiler.
to it.
Yeah, spoiler alert, but yeah, no, they went in there, guns drawn, and just started shooting it up. But first and foremost, bro, they had an informant who, another Black man. Like you got to think about this. And if you watch the documentary, like the snitch, the informant goes over about how he was setting up Fred Hampton and the Black Panthers the whole time. So he was pretty much just he gave him a drug which put him to sleep. So like when the cops went in there, Fred didn't wake up, and people were trying to wake him up. Like, yo, wake up, get up, get up, get up. He didn't get up at all, bro. And they just put a bullet to his head.
And you gotta understand why they assassinated him too. This is coming from
he's
the
too
movie.
powerful.
Yeah, bro, because they
He's too
said
powerful.
prison made Fred Hampton powerful, and I forgot the author, some author he had wrote. He went to prison and wrote a book, and that made him like one of the best-selling authors. And they said if they just put Fred Hampton back in prison, he came out, he gonna be more of a god.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? To everyone as a whole.
You got to think like we all know why they assassinated MLK, right?
Easily, yeah.
Because he was
His
about
power.
he was that power, but he was about to give a speech on the income equality
Bro, was teaching me about this last week.
Black people. He was going to give a speech about like the racial income inequality amongst Black people compared to white people compared to our counterparts. That's why, like, cause we was there. It was to the point where we was about to take over. We was about to, cause that's how we gonna catch up.
Right.
It's gonna be I know a lot of so-called liberals or whatever they call themselves these days, conservatives. I don't care what you represent.
Talk about it, Greg.
But in terms of the only way Black people will catch up, will catch up in the race, it's gonna be all about capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way, in my eyes. Like that's the only way that's gonna happen. And they shot MLK over that because he was gonna give a speech about that.
And that's powerful that you're saying that too, because that's what we're doing at this table right now, basically.
Right.
Yeah, you
real.
know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
that's why I got this tattoo, because it's just like,
Show them the tattoo, bro.
it's healing right now. We're in the healing
I didn't even know my
You
son
just got that?
I just got it last week. It's
I didn't
just
even
like,
know my son got tatted.
yeah, I got it. I got the
tatted.
black fist tattooed on me because it's just a reminder every day. Like people were fighting for my rights that were just literally assassinated. Like I got to go out there and get it every single day for those who are trying to get it before me, who are trying to get it in now for the Black community, and who always will. Like we have to start creating generational wealth. That's why I'm mostly in love with this business, because this is something that me and G could pass down to our kids, who could pass down to their kids. Like I want this to be the next brand that lives on forever.
And
You know
y'all
what
can
I
bring
mean?
other Black men, give other Black men opportunities.
Exactly. That's why we appreciate y'all for having this on here. Shout out to y'all. You know what I mean?
You know, it's crazy because we on like bro, the civil rights movement wasn't that too long ago.
No.
Right, it was little black babies out in Germany in human petting zoos, in cages, like the 1940s, bro.
Black babies?
Like little black babies.
What?
Yeah, I could show you. I could bring up the picture and everything, bro. It's not that long ago. Like that's why like racism is still out there. That's why I'm so pro black, because I know there's a lot of unconsciously racist people out there, or consciously racist people out there. But like I said before, like I'm still like pro humanity, like love who you love, go out there, love each other. But at the end of the day, I'm still pro black.
And I feel like recently, like there's a lot of friends that you may have that you didn't think had the same, like certain views.
That didn't say a
Ever
word.
since after like
George
rest in
Floyd.
peace George Floyd. Like a lot of people getting on Facebook that you're cool with, you know, and your white friends are just sharing stuff. And you're like, yo, why is he sharing this? Like, you never showed this type of like energy elsewhere. And it's just like.
It's what's hot.
That's why
it's a trend.
I don't even know if it's even that it's hot. It's just a trend. It's just that they feel like they got to voice their opinions now. It's like, all right, now I know where you stand. Know what I mean? Like, so I feel like.
What do you mean specifically? Like people voicing against the Black Lives Matter movement?
Voting against, like voicing their opinion against it, voicing their opinion against people protesting, or even voting against. They'll like, you know what people love to do? They'll love to put the rioters and black protesters all in one mix.
Yes.
And you know, okay, go ahead, you can do that, but there's a reason that people are rioting. You didn't hear us before when we were silent. You didn't hear us when we were kneeling. Now what? Now we got your attention because we're tearing stores up. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I feel like a lot of people were just sharing stuff about rioting and looting and hoping it would deteriorate from what the Black Lives Matters or just protesters in general were trying to promote.
And that's why sometimes you just gotta gently and respectfully press people. I remember someone that
how do you do that?
Well, one time there was
I don't know how to gently do
someone
gently press
I don't know. So
I don't know
this is what happened, right? Some guy, I don't want to say his name, and we actually want to get him on the podcast for him to voice how we feel, because I think as a black community, we need to have these discussions. As idiotic and as stupid you think these people might be, hey, if you believe in what you say, let's have a conversation, and hopefully I could influence you on why the way you're thinking is wrong. So this person posted on their Instagram, people are talking about black owned businesses and banking black, and he basically thinks that's racist. A white guy is like, yo, banking black and talking about black businesses, how is that not? Do you remember what he said exactly?
It was the logo. It said buy black. Remember, you could do the buy. You still do it now. Buy black on your IG. Yeah. He said that's racist.
You know what's a good answer to that? You know, to like when people say like, yo, if you want to do buy black, you only want to do this, that, and the third for just strictly black people, whatever. A good answer to that is that, you know, whites only wanted to marry whites. Jewish only wanted to marry Jewish. The Jewish do it. Arabs, they only wanted to marry each other. They didn't want to marry outside their race. You know,
that's culture. You fuck with your people.
Like, yeah, that's your culture. You know, you didn't like one of my homies. I was talking to him. We was on a game the other day on the Xbox, and I don't know. I think he's Spanish, but his girl is from the Philippines, and so he said one day he didn't mean to meet her father right away, but he was dropping her off, you know, and he was getting her bags, and the father was coming. Mind you, the father is Filipino as well. So the father was like, "Oh, you got a Spanish guy, huh?" Like, come on, like, you know, that's how it's the culture. Like, you only want to marry your people, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how a lot of people were groomed. To say that black people only want to buy black, you know, that misconception is saying that we're racist or whatever. It's not a racial thing, because we're literally y'all do it. The Jewish do it. The Asians do it. White people do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why can't we do it?
Look at it from that perspective, because yes, everyone should support their culture. Yeah. I had to tell them, like, bro, listen, we understand that there's still lasting effects from slavery, and fuck slavery, bro. If slavery was the last bad shit that happened to black people, we would be good, right? But you had Jim Crow, you had the burning of Black Wall Street,
it's been
you had the destruction,
like,
you had the destruction of Mon Bayou, the killing of our leaders who was about to give us speeches to teach us about economic empowerment.
Right.
You understand that there's lasting effects because of that. So if not only black people, I feel like white people should support buy black too.
Absolutely.
Because we're trying to even the playing field.
Absolutely. And there is white people out there there's a lot of white people. There's a lot of white people that's like that's supporting the movement, and you know, it's not just a trend to them. It's not something that, you know, what's hot to them. So
a lot of white people feel guilty because they're white, and they know guilty. They have white privilege, and that's why you have to be an ally. And that's why they say silence sometimes is speaking volume, right?
Yeah.
If you're, I'm not gonna say that every white person needs to go on their Instagram and be like, you know, post the black square and all that stuff,
right?
But if you are that type of person and you feel that way, speak up, because it is gonna speak volumes. Like, slavery was ended because of a lot of good white people putting their foot down. The Jim Crow era was ended because a lot of good white people putting their foot down. So it's no difference today.
Absolutely, totally agree. Totally.
Landy, where are you from?
I'm from Maryland originally, but then we moved to New York right around when I was in middle school. Yeah.
Well, where did you move in New York? Upstate?
Upstate, Albany area. Not the city. Don't get it confused. Upstate. I didn't get to live the city life. I wish, but upstate.
But in Maryland, were you around a lot of black people?
Bro, it's nothing but wealthy black people in Maryland.
Talk about it, bro.
It's nothing but wealthy black people in Maryland. And that's why, like, I was scared as hell to move to New York to where we were, because we would go see my mother. Shout out to her. She built her own house, so like it's in a white community. So she would always tell me, "Don't talk to these fast ass white girls. Don't talk to these fast ass white girls."
He didn't listen.
No, bro, it's all I was around. You know what I mean? So, anyways, bro, I was legit scared to go to school because, like, in my mind, I didn't go to school. I didn't ever go to school with a lot of white people. It's just all black people. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, these white boys got shotguns. They got hunting guns.
That's where you was at?
Yeah, I was like, I'm not going to survive. Like, that was my mindset. I don't think I ever voiced that, but that was my mindset. Like, living in a white, woodsy area, like, I'm not going to survive a year here. Like, that was just my mindset. But Maryland, if you want to be around majority black people who are wealthy, who will share wealth with you or whatnot, you want to move to Maryland. PG County, Montgomery County area, those areas, Potomac, but...
What's that black billionaire? Light-skinned dude, the big real estate guy.
From where? Jay Morrison?
No, the one who was about to have his son on the podcast.
Oh, Don Peebles.
Don Peebles.
I know. Okay.
He's from Maryland, right? And I was listening to a podcast with him, and basically, you guys ever read the book by what's the name of that book? Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. And it basically talks about all the great people in history. It's a specific reason they were great, right? Like for the Beatles, it just happened that they found this bar owner that let them play all night. So by the time they had a hit song, these motherfuckers already put their 10,000 hours in. That's where the 10,000 hour rule come from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bill Gates, his neighbor happened to have one of the first computers. He was there every day coding. By the time he was 20 something, he was a genius with the computer.
Yeah.
And what's his name again? I keep forgetting.
Don Peebles.
Don Peebles. He's from Maryland, and he's the biggest real estate developer, African American real estate developer. And he talks about how Maryland was that hub that created all those black billionaires and millionaires because it was that community of you're seeing black excellence. We don't have to talk about it. You see it. Your neighbor's a black guy, and he's making $300,000.
Everybody is black. Have you ever been to Atlanta?
Never.
So like if you go to Atlanta, you might not see a white person for like a week. Really? Yeah, and it's kind of some parts of Maryland is just like that, bro. But people in Maryland have a lot of money, and it's an exciting place to be around just because like your coworker is gonna have bread, and you're just in that conversation where you're just surrounded by money. So that's why like when you're
positive influence right there.
Exactly. Yeah. So you're only gonna be as wealthy as rich as your associates.
Right. Are you
That's a fact, Landy? That's a gem right there.
Yeah.
Are you you know who Marion Barry is?
I don't.
He was like the governor of DC for a little bit, but basically he was the guy that a lot of people wish Barack Obama was like. For example, when he did become the mayor of DC, he said 40% of all contracts, real estate development, anything, are going to black-owned businesses. They had to pass laws for this motherfucker not to do that. You know what I mean? Because it was sort of affirmative action. A lot of these black businesses were small. They didn't deserve it over the thing. But he came and hitting like that.
Those are the type of reparations we need right there.
Yes. Yes.
Those are the type of reparations the black community needs.
Definitely. We need a lot of fucking reparations, man. Like, bro, the Ford was supposed to...
We could have had a Walmart.
Ford was the first...
Never know.
Come on, bro. Ford...
Black Wall Street.
Come on.
The way I put it, bro, Ford, right? We talk about Black Wall Street. Mon Bayou was basically Black Wall Street before Black Wall Street, right? It was owned by a slave. It was sold to him by Ernie Davis, who was the brother of Jefferson Davis, who was the president of the Confederacy, right? Sold a slave the plantation. They created in Mon Bayou this black hub with a lot of black wealthy people, black wealthy landowners, right? His son, Benjamin Montgomery, was creating the first car. He owns a patent for the car today. They would have been the first Ford, which is $1 trillion company.
Right.
But due
Ford
to
F-150, the number one selling car.
And Ford stole a lot of his patents, Benjamin Montgomery, but due to Jim Crow laws, all that money is evaporated from the black community. And that's why we need reparations. Fuck slavery, bruh. We've been robbed trillions of dollars post-slavery. Y'all gonna have, if we gonna talk about slavery, just hand the country over to us.
Right.
For real.
It's still I think I forgot somebody Haiti is paying a certain country a lot of money right now because they wanted to get out of slavery.
Because is it UK?
It's France. I think it's France. Haiti is still paying like the Bank of France like a certain like a dollar every a certain amount every year, dating back to this day, dating back.
Wicked.
And look how fucked up Haiti is, bro.
Yeah,
Because and it has to do with all these banks like Citibank. Citibank was involved in the slave trade as well. You know, slavery was a $1 trillion market right there.
Wall Street was made off of slavery.
Yeah,
bro. Like motherfuckers was making option calls. That's like the big thing now.
Yeah.
Basically, option calls on slave ships, on people. The amount of people coming.
Is
this ship coming? What time is coming?
Wait, so they was betting on
live stock.
This is a hot stock. This
they
is
was betting on our market.
Yo, there's some dude. I forgot the dude's name, bro. I have it in my phone. I don't make y'all want to wait. They said this is the first black millionaire on Wall Street. But yeah, to get to people right now, he seemed like a coon, but he definitely wasn't. He was really like tending to the times back then. So he only served white people. He had his own restaurant and he worked on Wall Street. But he only served the white people. He only hang out with white people and everything, right?
Can I go ahead?
No, you can say.
I was gonna say this is a hot take I have. I honestly don't believe that. As Landy, you said, you got this tatted because there's a lot of people that suffered for you to have this opportunity now, so you feel obligated. I know it's cool in the black community to make fun of like house slaves and people back in the day, like going through Jim Crow, being coons and shit like that. But I don't think today's black people we have the. We should feel comfortable making fun of those people because we never experienced what they experienced. We
what
never
are those
lived
people though. Now, are you talking about like in today's age?
We shouldn't be able to make fun of a house slave because this nigga was still a slave at the end of the day.
Right.
No,
you see what I'm saying? I think it's disrespectful.
If you're talking about back then,
I'm talking about now.
Talking about us now. Like, so you saying like, you know, like the Ben Carsons, he was in Trump's administrations and things like. The thing is like that with people like that is like they know what they are doing. Like they know what's going on. You know, they know what's going on in this country. They can't just sit there and say like, yo, there's no such thing. Like there's a lot of black people that say like, yo, there's no such thing as racism. Like what? Like bro,
are Candace Parker, whatever her name is?
Candace Owens.
Yeah, yo, she's nuts.
She's wild.
She actually had a lawsuit against white people back in the day when she was in high school for racism, and now she's saying there's no racism. But like the whole type of coons, it's like, you know, it's hard. I can't really sympathize with them because like you know what's going on.
But people today, we could judge them. I'm just speaking about people back in the day.
Back in the day,
yeah, we can't because we as black people living today, we don't know what they experienced to make them want to kiss up to their master.
I don't think we can judge them because like how do you know if they even had the like the option to be a house slave or not?
Talking about that Samuel Jackson.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, he put you in that house, you staying in that house. Like, you know what I mean? Like you don't. I don't know.
And this, like, that's what I'm saying. So,
but it's like Samuel Jackson and Django, like that character. You gonna feel bad for him?
I don't feel bad for him. I don't think that the black community should be able to say, yo, fuck that guy. Because you don't know the mental manipulation he went through. You don't know how much he hated himself.
That's true. But do you remember when Django, when they first pulled up to the house, and he came out and he said, "Who is that nigger on that horse?" Like, bruh, you gonna sit? I gotta feel bad for you because you called.
Django should have blown his brains out
right then and there.
Django could do that.
When Leonardo, when he died, look at what Samuel Jackson was doing. Like his character, he was hugging his master. Yeah, he was hugging his slave master.
Think about how far gone this nigga was, bro. As a kid, bro, he probably was raised to be this fucking servant of a human being.
You need me.
You know what's crazy? Have you guys ever been to Charleston, South Carolina?
Nah,
my family is from there.
Yeah,
it's Charleston and Beaufort.
So if you ever have the chance to go to Charleston, you go to the slave port. It's the same gate. It's the same roads.
Same everything.
Where the first African slaves came from Africa to America. On that port, bro, I went there on vacation and like I'm so mad at myself I didn't get to like go inside the museum and whatnot. But like on the last day I was like, no, we need to go to this. I'm not leaving this place until we go to this road. You get on the road and automatically, like, as soon as your car hits the road, like, you get chills in your body because the road is the same as it was back then. It's just all different types of rocks. So it's just nothing but bumps. So it's just like, it just puts those crazy chills through your body because you know your ancestors were once carried on this road like in shackles and whatnot.
Do you really feel different,
bro?
when you
Yes,
walk
I
in?
felt different.
I want to
like,
go. I want to go to the.
I got emotional being there, bro.
I want to go to. It's in Africa, the land of like no return. The land of no return. When they held them like in those prisons, in those tombs before they got on the boat to cross over the Atlantic. I forgot what it's called.
Just talking about it right now.
I forgot what it's called.
Definitely,
put
you
crazy
should take a
chills
trip
through your
there.
body. Just even driving on the road, bro. I was just like, I can't.
Just pro black everything, man.
You know
build the black community, please.
That's what we doing.
we
Black
on
Wall
Wall
Street, baby.
Come on.
For real.
You know, there's a lot of people that believe that slaves weren't bought here. African people was already here when the white settlers got here.
Indians
I
was
thought
here.
Indian.
Well,
The
they're
Native Americans.
Native Americans.
The Native Americans were already here. Like all types of indigenous people were already here.
So the argument is apparently they doctored up all the like if you go back and actually you look at the logs of the slave ships coming in, they said what like millions of slaves were brought from Africa. They said the actual number is probably like in the hundreds of thousands, and there were already a lot of black people here because and the argument made sense to me. They was like it's bad economics, right? To come here, have a whole group of people here, but go to Africa for motherfuckers to work for you.
Well, what's crazy is that to piggyback off that, they say, all right, and it's like it's some. I was researching this through the quarantine, whatever. They say like how like Egyptians was here as well.
Well, Egyptians at the time were the smartest people, right? So if people
but they
learn
say,
how to travel, it
but
would
they
be
say
them.
Egyptians was here, and the Egyptians left a lot of people here. You know, because they saying like the same material that's built in the pyramids comes from the Grand Canyon.
Yes.
And that's where they got it from. And the Egyptians left a lot of people here over time. But then, yo,
I think it's a great argument for that, bro.
Look it up. They saying like the Egyptians, the way they got the type of rock material that's in the Grand Canyon is the same rock material that was built in the pyramids.
Yeah.
And they saying that the Egyptians, for them to mine that type of rock,
That's crazy.
they had to have, you know, the Egyptians had slaves. So they left a lot of Egyptians over. You looked it up, Mount? Like, yo, son, I'm telling you. But the indigenous people, they was way out west, though.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it.
Where the Grand Canyon is out west.
Yeah, but they was way out west. Like, I'm talking about like the Californias and stuff.
You talking about the Indians?
Like the Indians and everything. Oh, okay. They was way out west, or whatever. The slave trade was east of us, or whatever. So when they came, a lot of like the slave trade, like the slave owners, whatever, they didn't even know they was over there, bro. They didn't even know they was still over there because they wasn't the Indians. They didn't come over there. The Indians, they was over by like Alaska, like the Siberia, all that type of stuff. They was over there, bro. But indigenous people, they was here before anybody. Yeah. This is their land.
And I'm not even gonna lie to you.
They was here before anybody.
I low-key buy into the argument that there was African people here. Like, if you guys want to look it out,
it was the Egyptians.
Hotep Jesus, and he was on Joe Rogan's podcast. And this dude is just giving knowledge, bro. Yeah. Like, just the most unconventional knowledge.
That's my favorite podcast. I ain't gonna hold you. That's
a great podcast of all time.
Yo, Joe Rogan podcast, bro. When he be talking about space and the
Come
aliens,
on,
he be wild.
That's the type of bag I'm trying to get into, to be honest.
I be like, on it.
Bro, he be putting scientists on there. Kanye West was on there.
Elon Musk smoking weed on there.
Was on there smoking
weed, nigga.
The stock
Elon Musk was like,
Elon Musk got a lot of power, bro.
Bro, the stock dropped when Elon Musk was on there smoking weed.
Yeah, but it rose and shot right back up.
Shot right back up.
He got a lot of power, bro.
Bro, I was telling Malcolm this. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Bill Gates.
Yeah, Bill Gates.
That's a king, bro. Them niggas, all their three powers combined, they could run the world. They would be a king of the world. Right now, they're all pushing for the same thing: this renewable energy.
Yo, bro,
alternate source.
I'm gonna tell you something. You want to invest right? Follow the rich white man.
Come on,
yeah.
Whatever Elon Musk is doing, do it. Whatever they doing, follow the rich white man. Do it. Do it on the low. But I'm telling you,
invest within your means too.
Yeah, follow the rich white man. They invest in. They want to go to space. Renewable energy, clean energy, put your money there. 5G, start a portfolio with 5G. Yo, put your money in there. I'm telling you, follow the rich white man. It's gonna lead you to the promised land, for real.
Greg, on our FaceTime call on Wednesday, you said that you have a therapist. When first of all, what led you to getting a therapist, and how has that helped you? How can it help other people?
I would say, shout out to my ex again. Like she literally told me, she was like, yo, there's some things that her and I that or like you can't talk with other people. Like if like say Landy like he wanted to chat with me about, you know what I'm saying, talk with me about a couple of things that he's not feeling himself. You know, I can't tell you how to feel or what you're feeling or whatever, you know. So, you know, you got to go to therapy. But what really triggered it was just like my job, bruh. You know, it's a lot of mental problems with my job. You know, I feel like black therapy is a thing that amongst other black men that we should be doing. We should be able to talk to somebody, even if you're not feeling some type of depression, if you're not feeling some type of, you know, sadness or whatever. Even if you're feeling good about yourself, it's still like I feel like it's the right thing to talk to somebody that's outside your circle. Talk to, especially us black men, talk to a black therapist. Mm-hmm. Don't go to, I mean, therapy is therapy, like so to speak. But I feel like if you go to a black therapist, they're gonna be able to relate to you. They're gonna be able to know what you're going through. Cause my therapist, he's a black man. Yo, he been through it all, and the stories that we share with each other and how we talk with each other and how we're able to correlate, you know, it speaks volumes. But being able to have somebody to talk to and not just like your friends, because your friends are always going to be there for you, but they may not be able to relate to what you're going through. Right. You know, they may not be able to give you that advice or be able to be that shoulder to lean on, you know, to be able to be like, all right, bet I got you, you know, pick yourself up. Because a lot of like black people in our culture, they don't believe in the whole therapy thing. Mm-hmm. It's all about like, nah, you need to pray on it, talk to God, go to church, this, that, and the third.
You're going to be good.
You're going to be good. You be all right. You know, suck it up. You be all right. That doesn't work. I'm telling you, that doesn't work. It worked for me for like 6-7 months. I'm talking about like 2-3 years ago. It worked for me for 6-7 months. I was doing that but I just felt, you feel your mindset deteriorating. You know, you don't feel good about yourself. And then you start taking that out on other people. You know what I'm saying? And you start bringing other people down with you. So you always need somebody to talk to. You know, your girlfriend can't be your therapist. Like, she's not your therapist. Like, I hope the fellas hear that. Your girlfriend is not your therapist. You know, go in, like, talk to somebody. If you're feeling down about yourself, go and talk to somebody. And the thing is, it's okay to feel that way. Right. It's okay if you get in a depression mind state, it is literally okay to feel that way. Yes. You're not a robot. We got emotions, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to feel down about yourself, but what is not okay if you're not, you know, trying to help yourself and seeking help.
Other than therapy, what did you actively do? I know a lot of people say you have to work to become happy. What did you actively do to get yourself out of that rut?
I came up with a routine, man. It was to a point, I was in the gym like twice a day. It was to a point. I've been
fighting demons in that motherfucker.
I was just pushing, like getting that stress out. Yeah. You know, just working out, trying to feel good about myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look good, you feel good. Yeah. You know, so I was doing that, and on top of like just going to therapy at the same time. You know, I was like, I started writing a lot. You know, because you think back about your happy moments a lot. I think back when I'm in therapy, I think back about a lot of my happy moments or whatever. And so my therapist said, like, write down what was going on in your life when you was at your happiest. You know, when you was at the most exciting time in your life. What was going on? What was you doing? What type of foods was you eating? You know, was you working out? What type of people were you hanging out with? What type of books were you reading? You know, were you on social media a lot? Were you doing this, that, and the third? So when I wrote that stuff down, I started like, all right, let me get back to this. It was to a point. I'm not sure if y'all had me on Snap. I don't have Snapchat, but it was to a point. I started going to therapy, but me and Landy, we was tagging each other like, yo, I'm in the gym. Hit the right. Like go. Me and Landy, we used to work out all the time. Like, we was virtual gym partners. You know what I'm saying? Landy, I'd be like, yo, check in. I'm at the gym. Check in. We was always doing that. In the morning, but 6 a.m. It was crazy. It was like I was working out twice a day, bro. I was trying to get myself back out of that funk of where I was, because being in a depression, like we all get it. We all get in that depression state of mind, but it's literally not okay to stay in that state of mind. You know, it's not okay, because you're gonna just deteriorate yourself. You're gonna lose a lot of people. And then on top of that, it's like you're gonna lose yourself. You don't want to go deep into. You're gonna go deep into an abyss. Right. You're gonna go deep into an abyss. And what happens is we don't even realize we're in a depressive state of mind. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the quarantine, I was in a depressive state of mind. I didn't realize, even though I was going to therapy, bro, I didn't want to wake up. I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to open the blinds up to let light into my apartment. I didn't want to, shower right away. I didn't want to do anything. You You know what I'm saying? I wasn't picking up the phone. I wasn't talking to nobody. None of that, bro. So it's like you got to figure out ways to get out of that. You got to figure out a routine. You know,
routine is key.
You got to figure out a routine. You got to think back on those happiest times in your life. You know what I'm saying?
Real quick though, the writing part is beautiful because that's something for the podcast I started doing. Like, yo, let me just come up with these stories because there's a lot of things we experience in life that we kind of just lock in the back of our minds.
Yeah.
And I use writing to bring back those stuff.
Writing is
but you
good,
just
man.
taught me something. Not only write, but write about the good times and see how you could implement that right now.
What's crazy is that a lot of people, we write about the bad times going on in our life. We don't even write about the good times that happen in life. It could be something that happened 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It could be like you scored a touchdown 10 years ago or whatever, you know? But if you write about the good times that happened into your life and what you was going on in your life and what that type of routine was, and you say like, dang, I was so happy at that moment in my life, you know, and you start writing about it, it helps. It helps. My therapist, he told me to do that. My therapist literally told me to do that, and it's been helping ever since. It's been really helping ever since.
Free game right
there. I'm telling you.
Real quick, what's your morning routine like? What's a healthy morning routine for?
Oh man, I'm up at like 5:30 in the morning. I'm at the gym, getting to it.
First thing in the morning?
Now, what I do is I take a little deep breath. You know what I'm saying? I don't pick up my phone. I'm not picking up my phone. I'm not picking up my phone in the morning, man. I can't.
Put that bitch on airplane mode and don't pick it up for an hour after you wake up.
My phone is on do not disturb from 10 p.m. all the way up to 8 a.m. I'm not trying to check my phone. I'm not checking Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, whatever. I'm not checking that right away. So like I'm getting up. Make your bed. For real, make your bed.
That's the first win of the day.
Make your bed.
Can't say I do that, but that's the first.
Make your bed.
I be going through a little periods where I'm doing it, and then other times I'm like, nigga, fuck that
bro.
bitch.
Make your bed. Get rid of yesterday. Make your bed. You know what I'm saying? Because when you come back in your apartment, it's a good feeling. But I'm in the gym. Of course, I say my prayers when I wake up. I go to the gym, come back, have my protein shake. I talk to my mom every single morning. Like every single morning, it's either between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. I'm talking to my mom. She asks me how I'm feeling. Asking how I slept and everything like that. So that's literally my morning routine, man. I'm not checking emails. I don't care what my job say. I'm not checking emails before 8 a.m. I'll get to it when I get to it. Nothing's important right now.
Have you tried meditation?
I do meditate, but I meditate in the shower. I meditate in the shower.
You can literally meditate while you do anything. I've meditated while driving.
I don't play music in the shower.
That's dangerous.
Nah, bro. It's weird, right? Because you just got to get in the state of mind where you're not thinking and you're just allowing thoughts to pass your head.
Yeah, you clearing your head. Like I don't play. I know it's big to play to blast music while you're in the shower because you're feeling good. You're trying to get ready. Of course, like when I'm getting ready to go out, okay, I'll play some music. But in the morning time, my morning shower, that's where I meditate. I don't play music. I'm just sitting there and thought. I'm just straight stillness.
Bro, a lot of people don't think. I said this. We did a podcast a while ago. I'm like, bro, some of the most important things you could do for yourself is write and think.
Yes.
And to think, that means you can't be around other people and you can't have ESPN. A lot of people like white noise. You have to be in peace and quiet and think, my nigga.
You got to be in some type of stillness because this, I'm telling you, all that type of noise, the social media, the TV and everything it could be bad for your mental health. Yes. You got a lot of things going into your subconscious.
A lot of people never learn who they are because you'd be surprised with some of the genius thoughts you come up with while you just chilling.
I literally learned all this from therapy. Going to therapy, I gotta
start fucking with therapy.
Bro, I had a white therapist, then I had a black therapist. Going to a black therapist literally changed everything. Going to a black male therapist literally changed everything. And again, it's like even if there's nothing wrong with you, bro, you can still go and talk to somebody. It's alright to talk to somebody because I guarantee you, it's some demons, some inner childhood stuff, that deep into your subconscious that you put away or whatever. That therapist is gonna ask about. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna bring out of you. It's gonna be tears of joy. It's gonna be like sadness as well, but it's gonna be a lot of happiness as well. So I encourage everybody to
we need more black therapists out there.
And black mentors too.
Black mentors as well.
I feel like we all becoming black mentors. There's going to be a lot of young black men coming up that we could school and be role models that maybe I never had. I don't know what your guys like. coming up was. But
Yeah.
that's why I respect all of us in this room right now and what we're doing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean, we're setting it. I always say the best thing a black man could do right now is be a good example of black men, and that's I think what we're doing.
Right.
Landy, you got anything like to add to that, like your morning routine or any demons you fighting to help you? Anything to help you fight your demons?
I like to keep a routine. I feel like during this pandemic, it affected me mentally because my routine got messed up. You know, I'm not able to wake up and hit the gym. Like I like to get the hardest part of my day out the way, and which was the gym. And I was able to hit the gym at like 5 a.m. before work, and I'd just be me and my thoughts in there, you know, empty gym, and it's just you, and that's the best time for me. So that was my way of just trying to build in my inner confidence and character, was just be able to hit the gym and then just go to work after that, and then, you know, handle your business. But I feel like a routine is big. I'm huge on a routine because it puts you in your safe place, but then it also puts you in a driven and motivated mindset. So I would just say try to find a positive routine for yourself.
Good morning routine.
Yeah,
Big
good
for a
morning
successful
routine.
day. And yeah, your morning routine starts by going to bed on time at night.
Oh,
That's a big
it's
bad
different.
start at night.
I'm telling you,
Hurt.
it's tough.
Hell
But yo, you get in. I'm telling you, get in your bed, relax, turn your phone on, put your phone on D&D.
Right.
You know, I mean, my phone be on D&D all day though. So
all day.
I'm
Y'all
big
some
on like
savages.
protecting my energy, protecting
I
my
created
peace.
a law for myself. I don't use my phone in my bed. So once I get in that bed,
okay.
straight to bed. No, because you could.
a fact.
I
You
gotta go to
you
sleep at
creating a
10.
bad habit.
You
You
can
could
be
be
in
on your-
bed at 10, but you don't go to sleep till 12.
Be on your
nigga.
phone till
I'm guilty
midnight.
of that,
Just
bro.
guilty.
I'll be
bro.
up to 1 a.m. just doing nothing,
just
not getting
searching.
anything done.
Don't-
That was
Major
that was
key.
me during the quarantine. That's how I got hip to Joe Rogan podcast. I was on YouTube just looking at the JRE clips.
Yeah,
Look
no
at-
shit. That's how
yeah.
everybody get on.
Yeah,
to it,
I was
man.
hip to looking at all the clips. I'm just like, all right, this is big.
What made Joe Rogan really good to you as a podcaster?
When he was interviewing the scientists, talking about quantum physics and alternate realities and things like that. I didn't even bro. In physics, I failed physics at Utica.
Me too, nigga. I dropped out.
The physics that you see?
Yeah,
For what?
because the one class was filled, bro. You know the one bio class that.
Oh, you got to take the one
Nigga,
bio
nigga,
class.
you
yeah.
are tripping.
You take
Physics-
Chem 101.
Bro,
Bro, it was
physics,
Kim.
nigga,
Yeah.
physics is not the type of class you
Not
take
at
as
all.
a motherfucker.
But then-
Nigga,
Weren't you
tri-
bio?
Yeah, I had to take it, and I dropped out.
But then they was. But then now that I watch all this Joe Rogan stuff, everybody in the comments they was like, "Yo, if your physics professor didn't make physics class
This fun.
he's a whack. He
Wacko.
he does not need to be teaching
That's a
physics."
great point. Joe Rogan do bring fun
Yo, he brings
to all these
he
tough
brings a lot of
conversations.
fun. Yo, I'm telling you, y'all watch it. Y'all, I'm like, damn.
You
That's,
know what
that's
it is?
we
He's
want.
a great.
Yeah.
He's
That's
a
how-
great
That's how
storyteller.
you get hip to him. It's just those clips, bro.
It's those clips, bro. He had the clips where he brought in like these fighter pilots and they started talking about aliens and how the fighter pilot, how he seen the alien spacecraft, the UFO, and I'm just like, oh no.
Was it the black dude?
I think it was the black dude or the white dude.
Well, how long ago was this?
The black dude just came on like,
Yeah,
but he's a referee.
He's a UFC
He's a
rep.
UFC rep.
Oh,
He-
interesting as
and
fuck.
he used to be a fighter pilot. But I'm talking about the pilot, the white dude that was actually, he was up there and he was literally chasing the UFO.
What
He's-
the fuck?
He was chasing the UFO trying to, and he said the
That sound like
UFO
some
was
white
doing
shit.
maneuvers that's
dodging him,
impossible.
motherfucker.
Like was dodging him.
Like up, down, and like wilding.
What, bro?
Yeah, man.
But-
Yeah. All right. One thing, so ownership is like very important to both of y'all, and y'all both have information about the stock market. I definitely want you guys to touch on about this too, because when I want people to listen to this, go, yo, like everyone is investing in the stock market, and it's nothing to be afraid of. I want people to have confidence. I want you guys to talk about the education that you're using to get your information, also your style of investing.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm fairly new to the stock market. I say I really started trading and investing like during the pandemic. I've always heard about it and I've always been interested in it, but during the pandemic is really when I started to really like dive deep into it. So right now I'm in this thing called the Wealth Squad by this dude Chris Johnson,
Shout
and
out
like
to Chris Johnson.
I'm sure if you follow me, like you see that I retweet his stuff a lot, or like like his stuff a lot, because he puts a lot of people on to different gyms, and that's another thing about Greg. Like when I used to talk to him, during college and early years, like he's always been into investing. So that's why I just heard of. But Chris Johnson, so what he does is he has this thing with the Wealth Squad. So you pay like a monthly fee at like $25, but he'll literally put whatever plays that he's gonna do for that week, but maybe stock option calls or trades that he's gonna do. But it's not just stocks that he has in there too. Like he has stuff about credit, real estate, flipping houses, either flipping sneakers. Like it's just a bunch of e-commerce, like a whole bunch of different stuff. But so I'm fairly new to it. I can't drop too many gems, but I try to see what's going on and then research. Like Greg said, he put me on to Dogecoin. Why did you put me on to that? And this was in when? When was this?
This was summertime, bro.
Yeah, this was summertime.
Yeah. Oh, word?
Yeah, bro.
So
like
people don't know Dogecoin, right?
Cryptocurrency.
It's a cryptocurrency.
I talked to Landy about it back in the summertime before
Before anybody even spoke about it. Bro.
So it was before Elon Musk started talking about it. I put Landy onto it, and I told him like, yo, put like $100 in there, you get mad coins.
And it's a penny stock, so I'm like, I'm getting a whole bunch of different.
Yeah, I don't know what it. I seen something like a tweet. Somebody was talking about like cryptocurrency, and then they said Dogecoin. I was like, what the hell is Dogecoin? And they said it started as a joke, and I looked it up, and I said, yo, God forbid this thing pops like Bitcoin, I'm gonna be loaded,
right?
Stupid loaded. But as far as like investing, man. Like my mom was an attorney for like 5-6 years, and then she became a financial advisor, so I've been investing, like she's got me into investing since I was like 19, bro. So it's been a minute, but as far as like investing, like my advice to people, like, yo, it's a scary game, but it's like the most, like you make the most money. Like you could do it from sitting at home, you know what I'm saying? But my advice to people, like, just do your research on something. Like do your research. If like you need to know if you're gonna be an investor or you're gonna be a trader. Trader is a person that's gonna trade stock options. They're gonna be watching the market 24/7. Investor, my strategy is investing. If I say I'm gonna hold that, if I'm gonna buy stock, that means I'm holding it for at least a year. I'm not trying to flip it. You should have two different portfolios. You should have a trading portfolio and an investing portfolio.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I got two different. Like right now, I'm more attracted to swing trading because it's like, all right, I got my 25-40% profit. I'm getting out of here before I
get out.
I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna put this somewhere else. So it's it's like interesting, just so you can see, like your money is working for itself. Like you get in the bag at night. You know what I mean? You wake
talk to it, bro.
Yeah, you waking up to making money. That shit is like, how is that not interesting?
The after hours dollars look beautiful when you wake up.
It's the Warren Buffett strategy, man. Like you want your money working for you. Or it's the Ray Dalio. I'm not sure if y'all know who he is. He's a big hedge fund manager out in Connecticut, and he always says like cash is trash. Put that cash to work. I see a lot of people that save up money. They have, of course, savings account is good. If you have like a high yield savings account that you put money away for like a certain type of purchase or whatever, that's good or whatever. But if you just have cash sitting there, if you're just putting it away, just saving it, man, put that money to work. Put that money into the markets, man. I'm telling you.
I was trying to explain this to my mom last night. I'm like, yo, if I got $500,000 right now and I want to buy a house for $500,000, I'm not about to just pay it all cash. Put a $20,000 down payment, make that other
you get that
48
FHA
jump, and you know what I mean?
You get that FHA loan. If you want to do that, you put like that, or you put 3% down. You don't get the FHA loan. The FHA loan, you put like what 20% down. Then that's how you got to do it. Yeah, you don't buy. But it's Rick Ross didn't buy that house in cash, bro.
Come on, you can use that cash to get freaky.
Yeah, he has a mortgage. All these rappers, they got mortgages, bro. They not spending all that in cash if you don't have to.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z and Beyonce, they got a big crib in Bel Air, $100 million. They got the $100 million. You think they bought that in cash?
Hell no.
Like, come on now, you got
OPM.
bro. These follow the rich white man. I'm telling you, they will show you the rule. They will, bro. Wealthy people will tell you how they got wealthy.
It's gonna be a point when we're saying follow the rich black man.
I feel like it's already there. I feel it's already there.
Like LeBron's on his way to make his first bill.
Come on. I think he is a billionaire already. If I'm
LeBron,
not mistaken.
I think Shannon Sharp was just talking about that.
LeBron's
on his first way to make his first bill.
I
Or
think
he might have made
And
it.
keywords you said his first bill.
Yeah, his
There's
first
gonna be
bill.
a couple after that. That's
Right,
a
he's
goal.
a
he's
lifetime
doing?
Nike athlete. He's gonna be a
Come on,
4
bro.
5
Not even that. All his other
multi-billionaire.
platforms that he has, and just even his I Promise Foundation. Like, bro, he has a school.
Floyd Mayweather.
That's why I
be there,
hate
but
when
you
people
know.
hate on Ron, bro. You see
Thank
what he's
you.
doing off court? Like, no, Jordan can't touch that.
I'm a
Not at all.
LeBron hater. I'm a
Look,
LeBron
I don't
hater.
know why you're a LeBron hater.
I'm a
I don't
hater
understand ya.
because of the fans. What he
That's
does
not even a real reason.
But what he
No,
does,
it's true,
What
because,
what he does off the court, I commend that. I appreciate that. But on the court, I'm like, yo, bro, we've seen this.
When?
We've seen this.
When did we see it?
So you
We've
want him to stop
seen
being
this.
great?
When
no,
did we see
I
it?
want him to be great, but I want the fans to actually recognize like
Where
the
did we
other-
see someone
the other-
6'8", 228,
Oh my goodness.
doing stuff like that? I know
228 about 260.
Is he?
At 38 years
LeBron
old.
LeBron is about 260, 280.
I like
I don't-
KD is
what?
better right
280,
now.
not
You think KD is a better player than Brown?
Right now, yes.
If you had a draft right now, draft both of them fresh out of college, who you taking?
That's a tough.
You're
Fresh out of
not
college.
getting the
One
GM
went to
job. That's
college.
what it is.
One didn't. Well, was that rule in effect?
KD
he had
went
to
to
go to
college.
school?
He went for 1 year because
Was that rule in effect?
the rule
Yeah.
The
yeah,
one
they
year?
threw
I
out
think
that
Bron
rule.
was the last
Brandon
year.
Jennings was the last.
Brandon Jennings was last
When did
year.
he come in?
I'm not sure the year.
No, Brandon Jennings
Nah,
went
Brandon Jennings went
overseas.
overseas.
He
He had
went
that.
overseas.
That's.
Go
I think
overseas?
Bron's class. was.
Bron's class was the
Bron's class was
last.
last year.
Was the last year.
Because Brandon Jennings was the first prospect to
skipped
go
college.
overseas
Yeah.
and then go to the NBA.
Yeah, he did the 1 year overseas, then he went to the NBA.
Yeah.
So he got paid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yo, thank y'all for coming through, man. I feel like we've been
We're
podcasting
done?
like 2 hours, bro. You still want to go, right?
It's
Yeah,
We've
I
been
said-
Yo, it's
over
dead
time.
1 o'clock, bro.
Bro, it's
when did we
crazy.
start?
Around 10:25, 10:30.
Oh, yeah,
chopping
it's
it up a little
BC.
bit.
We've been potting.
That's crazy.
Shout
I
out
mean,
to
bro,
the Nick
that's
and
what I'm
Miles
saying.
show.
I mean, you said it though. We could literally be here all day, bro.
Yeah,
we
that's
feel
what I'm
like that.
saying, bro. We just been chopping it up. I
We've
didn't
been
even know.
chopping
It
it
was
up.
1
Yeah,
o'clock.
bro.
I
Yeah.
ain't
It
gonna
sucks
lie.
when you gotta pay attention to the time, bro.
Yeah.
This is what used to happen when you used to hang out in the calf at Utica.
Bro, I used to be in the
man.
calf all day long, just sitting there on the
Hours.
couch, just chilling. Like, you know how they have dinner, that
Fuck around,
lunchtime
come
at
out
like
there smelling like
12, and then
food.
anytime from like 3 to 4, the calf is trash. You'd have to
Trash.
wait till like 6. I'd be there from 12 to 6.
Word.
Like,
If
I'm
you
not
ain't- if
using
you
the
didn't have
swipe.
class,
Yeah.
be a rap.
If you're from Utica, you about to start a podcast, call it the calf. You know
Call
what
it
I
the
mean?
calf.
The calf. That's fire.
Could
How
you
y'all
fire-
feel about these other podcasts starting up?
We've competition, man. It's not even competition. I look at it like
It's a podcast that starts every minute. You
Hey,
can't
that's
think
what I'm
like
saying.
that.
But
I think
I'm gonna talk my shit.
go
though.
ahead, man.
Right,
Go
you know what I'm
ahead.
saying?
now.
And this is not to anyone that we fuck with. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? This is more to like the people I be seeing like throwing ads on their shit on IG, like the randoms.
Mhm.
We basically the blueprint for the new podcasters out there. You know what I'm saying? If motherfuckers go on our IG, go on our Nick and Mal show page and our network channel, we creating a blueprint of what motherfuckers should be following.
Right.
That's personally how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers just be doing it to do it.
And
And
that's-
don't really put in that time and effort of showing motherfucker content. Motherfucker post on IG a picture. Nigga, what's somebody gonna do with a picture on IG, bro?
Yeah.
They don't know what the fuck
There's
you
no
talking about.
no video, none of
Bro,
that type of stuff.
Nothing, bro.
And that's on the marketing side. On the flip side, nigga, study the fucking game, bruh. Study the game. We study the podcast game. We study the Joe Rogans. I study the Charlamagne, the guys, the Andrew Schultz, and all these people.
Right.
People think doing a podcast is just coming here and sitting down and just talking with your friends. It's somewhat like
It
that.
is.
Y'all
The
see
good
what we
ones-
did with the cameras?
Yeah, no, the setup
Like,
is
come
dope.
on.
the,
setup
the,
is
the,
real.
the good ones do that, but you also got to dig deep. I was talking to this older guy, and he was telling me a story about Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson used to buy tickets to go see James Brown, not to watch a concert. You just stared at his feet. The whole show just stared at his feet. What the fuck is going on there? Obviously, Michael Jackson became the greatest dance of all time.
Right.
You have to study the game that you're in. So everyone out there, right? It's not a crab in the bucket mentality. I respect anyone that's doing the podcast game right, but a lot of you motherfuckers are getting in here disrespecting the game, and those are the people that I have an issue with. Those are the people your shit looks sloppy.
Right.
The podcast is sloppy, but there's also a lot of good podcasts out there. Shout out to The Loft. I love what they do. Shout out to
Brothers in the Deep
Brothers
End.
in the Deep End. I love what they do. Even Yana and Lana shit. I've tapped in for a couple of minutes on their podcast. Yana and
Yana, you say Yana.
I said,
and Yana.
wait, what's her name
It's
again?
JoJo and Yana.
Jolene and Yana. I don't know what the fuck happened, but Jolene and Yana, their podcast is pretty good too. You know what I
Very
mean?
dope.
Stop your whining.
Stop your whining. Shout out to their podcast. Go
Very
support it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
but there's also a lot of other motherfuckers out here bullshit.
Sloppy. Yeah.
Put it that way.
bad.
And
Shout-
y'all are
shout out to
businessmen.
Nick
Y'all
and
know
Mal.
it's a lot of people out here slacking.
Sloppy.
OD.
Sloppy with
And
it.
this shit hurts your
Sloppy
feelings when you
with it.
see it.
Yo, we didn't even speak on Bond either. I got to shout out to Bond too.
Shout out to Bond Brothers on a New Direction, man.
Yeah, facts. That was a big group in UC that we all were a part of Bond, weren't we?
Hell yeah.
Technically, I
So
can't
for
know like
people-
5 means.
But for the people that don't know what Bond is, we basically take freshmen and we turn into Muslims.
Yo, chill. Selling bean pies on the corner and shit.
It's a black mentor group on campus that just, seniors, juniors get the underclassmen right and just put them on to different events on campus as well and just giving them
Get their name out there.
that
man.
extra ear of guidance and whatnot that they need.
Yeah. So shout out to the Bond Brothers on New Direction.
Shout out to the Bond.
B.O.
Anthony
Indeed.
Forbes, thank y'all for coming through. I'm not gonna lie,
Appreciate it.
I've been smelling my beard the whole fucking podcast. This is great product right here. Look at it. This look like something you want to put in your beard.
AnthonyForbes.com, man.
Yo,
They
what
got the
Master P say
combs.
product? Nigga, they got product.
We
Come
got
on.
product.
They got 2 different type of
Product.
combs.
We got product.
Come on.
AnthonyForbes.com.
Snacks product, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for tuning into the
Appreciate y'all.
Anthony
Appreciate
Forbes
y'all.
interview.
Appreciate you.
Bow.
Ever told on a nigga? No. Ever squeezed a trigger? Yeah. Ever set a nigga up? No. Ever helped a brother out when he was down?